Hey, good morning. Here's a new theme song.
Moonshine shoulders,
Moonshine,
sunshine shoulders,
sunshine,
boots on the ground, the real nitty-gritty. Moonshine shoulders,
moonshine,
sunshine shoulders,
sunshine,
boots on the ground, the real nitty-gritty. Moonshine shoulders,
moonshine,
sunshine shoulders,
sunshine,
boots on the ground, the real nitty-gritty. Moonshine shoulders.
moonshine,
Sunshine
Thank you, Ann.
shoulders,
sunshine,
boots on the ground, the real nitty-gritty. Moonshine shoulders,
moonshine,
sunshine shoulders,
sunshine,
boots on the ground, the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground, the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground, the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground,
I like it.
the real nitty-gritty.
Hey, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Calvin.
I'm John, or Moonshine, whatever
Welcome
you
to
prefer.
the Sunshine Shoulders, Moonshine Shoulders Happy Hour. We got a lot to talk about today. Thank you to the NTZ crew. Those of you who showed up. I see Jacob Tanjay. I wonder if Jay Hunt is on here.
I thought I saw him.
Let's see.
Yeah, there he is.
There's Jay Hunt. Yeah, I lost half my NTZ crew because I made a statement the other day. Well, okay, the world goes on, guys. Let's get it going. First thing I want to talk about, it's a bunch of idiots trying to get into this country, guys. Look, that marriage, that online marriage stuff don't work. I try to tell y'all now, according to the Bureau of Immigration, the head of the Bureau of Immigration had to issue a statement. Last week, well, this week actually, they turned away 3 foreigners, 1 American, 1 Australian, 1 German, trying to get in here. They at the interview, they said, hey, what makes you think you can get in here? Well, I'm married to a Filipino, but she's not traveling with me. Translation is, they're trying this online marriage stuff, guys. It don't work.
Even if it's not online marriage, we have a guy from the Netherlands that's lived here for years and years, has a restaurant here in town. He's a ship's captain. He can't get back in. And he's been here for years.
Well, you have to, if you're going to do that, you have to be traveling with your wife or have a legitimate 13A visa, 9A visa, some type of visa right now to get in here. Pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, you won't need a visa, but right now you do. I mean, imagine flying all that way over here on this flimsy information that you guys are getting off these other channels. That's why I don't do vlogs and I don't give out information like that. It's confusing. It'll make you do something stupid like that.
Well, in my opinion, even the information we get from the government here is kind of confusing to me, but I'm easily confused.
I mean, yeah, but guys, you know, y'all to know better by now. I've already told you, this place is not open for tourists. If you're married to a Filipino,
And have her with you.
have her with you, or if you're going to come this way, try to get her to come to Singapore or one of these close places and fly back with you. Otherwise, this whole online marriage stuff, they keep trotting this guy Michael out or whoever his name is. You know what I mean? Look, if you trot 10 Michaels out, then maybe I'm buying it, John. But you're going to keep trotting that one guy out there. No, I'm sorry, guys.
Thomas King, what does NTZ stand for? No Troll Zone. That's the moderators of this channel.
Yeah, no troll zone. But yeah, I thought that was hilarious. You go try to get in here on that. But that's just what it is. But something else, got some good news. Vietnam is going to do a soft opening starting next month. A couple of their tourist places, sort of like what Thailand's doing. But then they're saying that they're going to be fully open by June 2022. And the reason I bring that up is it kind of gives me a kind of a view of when the Philippines is going to reopen too, John.
And that's all subject to change. I mean, if there's a big spike, they'll probably cancel that. We don't know yet.
Oh, LeVon White's on here too, by the way, John.
Hey,
What's up,
LeVon?
LeVon? He's part of NTZ.
He's a good man.
Bobby G's an unofficial member. James Lyons an unofficial member. What's up, Sam? Champ in. Yeah. What else you got on there, John?
Okay, well, I was going to. I
What's the
see.
first thing? Yeah.
I see. Well, first of all, if my son's on here, I missed him last week. Of course, I got a little inebriated, but I'll give a shout out to my son, John. I love you, son. It's always good to hear from you. Now, during your panel discussion, I Love Leachon wrote to me. You're going to like this. That we were talking about Janessa, my wife, and he said, John, you hit the jackpot even with the tempo. Well, the tempo's not that bad. Like I say, I encourage you. I like peace and quiet. But I told my wife that. I said, hey, I Love Leachon said I hit the jackpot with you. She goes,
Go ahead.
she said, yes, you did, but I won the lottery with you. So just remember that, guys. They know it. They know it.
Yeah, they know it.
Now, the reason my wife had tempo, I lived in my apartment building for almost 3 years, 2.5 years. Well, there weren't many neighbors there, and the neighbors that were there, they were the higher class here. Well, now they lowered the rent, and I got a lot of neighbors there. One opened up a used clothing store in our parking lot, and I had a problem with that. That's why my wife got mad at me, because she said I embarrassed her. But the final straw, I showed it to Calvin this morning. I went home, what day was that, Monday or something like that? There were 2 chickens tied up underneath the steps by my place, and they didn't last very long. they were gone within an hour. But, I mean, that's just BS.
Yeah.
I got one more shout out here to TL Jeff Jefferson. Thank you for thinking about me and sending some stuff over to me. I truly appreciate it. My wife wanted me to thank you for the makeup wipes, even though she don't wear makeup, but she uses it to clean off her face. Most Panais here do not wear makeup, and if they do, a little bit on their eyebrows and lipstick. Yeah. That's all they usually wear.
They like that powder. But while he's bringing that up, John redeemed me. Now, John, wasn't you about to read? Didn't you think that olive oil was lotion?
Yes, I did.
My face, guys, I'm going to tell you, it's burnt to a crisp. I used that damn olive oil. It was body wash. Imagine, I just took for granted it was lotion, John.
That's what I thought, too.
I put it on the next day, and imagine walking around in this 105-degree heat with that sticky body wash on you, man. It was hilarious, man.
Well, when I got that out of the package, I don't wear lotion. And so I said to Janessa there, I said, hey, Janessa, this guy sent us some lotion. I said, you use it. So she looked at it and said, that's body wash, John. So I did the same thing.
Yeah, guys. But again, don't try to get in here, guys.
Oh, wait.
Right now.
Just save your money up so when you get here, you'll really have a good time. That'd be my suggestion.
Hey, Jason, he says your mic is a little hot. What do you mean? Is it too loud or?
Well, maybe I'll talk a little softer then.
Newcomb says, when are you moving to the new home, Calvin? We're going to move some stuff over today, but we're not going to be moving a lot of stuff in because, there's no electricity on yet. We're still waiting on that.
Well, the caretaker in my apartment has a house over on 6th Street. Calvin's here on 1st, and he's been waiting 3 months. So I hope you don't have to wait that long. We're going to beat that. I hope so. We've
already slid the guy a few pesos to try to alleviate that, man. But imagine you build a house like that. See, I'm going to put that on the engineer. He should have did that. He should have applied
right in the beginning.
He should have applied for that. That's about the only thing he did wrong, in my opinion. You're the builder. You got to make sure that water and electricity's on.
Well,
okay? That's. I'm sorry. That's in your.
Well, you remember I told you that that caretaker's been waiting 3 months. He went to his engineer, and the engineer said, "Oh yeah, there's a big backlog." When were you going to tell me? I mean, yeah, I'd have a problem.
Yeah, that was the same thing my engineer first told me, but hopefully my girlfriend can get that taken care of. J.H. said, Calvin, to you and John both. Do you and John both have on oil olay today? You look very shiny today. I think it's just the camera.
I think so too, and it's overcast today. I don't know why I look whiter than I am already.
Yeah, I think it's a stupid camera. Let me move it.
That's okay.
Well, let's go over this way.
There you go.
Okay.
You got to do the opposite of what you want.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Okay. Donald C says, I can get my visa, no problem for me. Yeah, but what we're saying is, guys, is this. Look, right now, you can't get in here on a tourist visa. Period. You've got to have a valid visa to get into the Philippines right now. I know they keep trotting this guy out here to say all this online marriage stuff works. We don't know how he got in really. Okay. I say it's I say it's bull. I'm calling BS on this. Now, until they get 10 more people, John, then I'm not even going to validate that.
I wouldn't do online marriage.
Anwar Kente says, I'm not trying to online marriage. First, I need boots on the ground and booty in the bed, among other conditions. Just be real with the nitty gritty. Yeah. And I'm glad you're saying this about the nitty gritty. Don't you know somebody had the nerve to put in my comments, says, hey, you know, you don't really give the guys nitty gritty because you didn't tell them that men have to pay for everything.
I saw that too. Yes,
when they're over here.
When did you not say that?
Yeah, when did I not say that, guy? Come on.
Crap. I agree.
I mean, I told him, I said, what kind of channel would I have if I don't tell guys that? I said, you heard of the unspoken agreement that we talk about all the time. That's simply that you're going to pay for everything, guys.
I mean, that's a give me. But it's the same in the U.S. too. It's the same everywhere.
Yeah, but over here, you can't come over here 10,000 miles and think you're going to get something for nothing.
Well, and then I hear the guys say, I want a professional. Even if you get a nurse, what do they make? $300, $400 a month? I mean, that's nothing.
Yeah,
Doctors only make $1,000 to $2,000 a month here.
Yeah. Now, Philip Rogers, this is something different. The people aren't really bad now.
No, it's just how they are.
It's just the way they live. And I was telling John, see, I've been over here long enough. I used to live in the squatters area down in Zamboanga City. Everything he's seeing, I used to see on a daily basis. I've just gotten used to it. It's their culture, it's how they live. It's nothing for me to get upset about. Because I told him I used to have to walk out the gate and help. It'd be somebody else's chickens tied up on a damn string, biting at my ankles, you know. But I just got used to it, you know, and said, what the hell? You know, I'm over here. I better, you know,
well, and that's what my
wife, get used to.
That's what my wife thinks I should be, but I have not taken that route.
Yeah, D. Gordon. Yeah. He says, rule number one for that guy, Calvin. Yeah, I couldn't believe that he said that, D.
I couldn't either. I see Lynn San Diego's on here. Good to see you, Lynn.
Yeah, good to see you, Lynn.
Sorry about the misunderstanding yesterday. I thought you was talking about doctors here in the Philippines. But that's what happens when you get on a conversation and you weren't on the beginning of it. That was my fault.
Cliff and Rue says, Clayton swab tomorrow, and yes, we can order out. Also, you're back in the Philippines, Cliff and Rue.
Yeah, but you asked him yesterday, where are you? We'd like to know.
Yeah, I thought, he's probably in Manila, probably. Mr. Free said, was it quiet in John's place after the last live stream? Well, he said when he got home stumbling drunk, he saw those two chickens. Maybe you thought
it wasn't that time. It was when I came up the other day.
Oh, yeah, to get the package from him. Yeah, because I was going to say, maybe you were.
No, I
took a picture of it.
Pictures. Well, what I did when the woman opened up the used clothing store, I went to the apartment manager and I said, hey, I got an idea. I'm going to start having cockfights in our apartment complex here. And she looked at me. I said, yeah, I got it all figured out. We'll gamble. I'll get a cut off that. I said, I'll sell Tango Eye, Imperador, Red Horse. I'll make all kinds of money. What do you think of that? She goes, it's not in your lease. Well, the woman with the used clothing store is standing right there. And I said, but it's not her lease to have. And it got ugly.
Sammy Davis says, you state that most of the time, Calvin, but it's common sense. If your girl doesn't have a job or make less than $100 a month, who else is going to pay?
You have said that. You have said that from video number one.
And I have to give Sammy Davis his credit for my vlog that I'm going to upload later on today, guys. You know, based on a true story, Filipinos will cut your dick off. Okay?
I was warned of that before I came over here.
John was one step ahead of me. I had no idea that was so prevalent over here, guys. And I got a video coming out. I'm just going to warn you. That's what my channel does. I don't want you to be blindsided over here. Yeah, I don't want you to come over here as a John and go home as a Jane, because they'll do it over here. My girlfriend said it happens a lot over here. They just don't put in the paper. I've got some true stories, guys. And then it's all over Asia. So at least you're going to be one up on me, because I wasn't even suspecting that, John.
Well, like I say,
I came over here.
I had a Panay that I was very good friends with. I worked with her for 5 years in the U.S. She clued me in on a lot of that stuff. Hey, there's
Come
Gail.
on in,
Hello,
Gail.
Gail.
Pull it. Pull. Yeah.
Want to get Gail on here?
Well,
You want to get on here for a minute?
Just say hello, Gail. Sit in.
Take my
Gail's coming over here. I don't know what Gail. What do you want, Gail?
I will get the stroller of Booby.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff we can give you for Booby, as a matter of fact. Honey, give her that.
Good to see you, Gail.
I wonder if they can have that crib too.
Morning.
You're looking good.
Yes.
She got vaccinated, by the way. Thank you, Gail, for that.
Vaccinated.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah, Joseph G says wild people's a government. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff in there because we can remove and just be less stuff for us. If you want to take that, I mean, I paid 5,000 pesos for that, and Booby never got in it. Maybe once or twice. Booby.
What was it, playpen or something?
Yeah, Booby's the oldest 1-year-old you'll ever meet.
Both of my kids, if I get them a playpen, by the time I got it set up, they already figured out how to get out of it.
Mr. Vegas said, Gail's looking good and happy.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, y'all fail to
Gail's an
realize.
attractive woman.
Y'all fail to realize Gail was a beauty queen. I'm talking about in actual
She still ain't too bad.
contestants in
Sit
a
down there
beauty
for a minute,
queen,
Gail. We want to see
and
you.
she
Sit
used
down and
to-
answer some questions.
and she used to win. I told Gail that we need you to write another letter too, Gail, to your husband. I mean, not husband, your father. Yeah, let me get this off her. So Gail, wait. Everybody saying, "Hey, Gail, how you doing?"
Hello, everybody. How are you? I just got vaccinated yesterday.
Second?
Wow, good job.
First dose.
Yeah, good one. Yeah, they said, Lynn San Diego 1-2 said, Gail's a natural beauty
She
for sure.
is.
Well, she used to enter beauty contests in college as a way to pay for your expenses, right, Gail?
Yes.
Yeah.
Before I joined beauty contest.
Well, I'll say
Yeah.
one thing. I have to give Gail credit here. She very humble beginning. She put herself through school and everything else. My hat's off to you, Gail.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mr.
I
John.
would be proud to have a daughter
I
like
would too.
Gail. Believe it or not. And Mr. Mitchell, if you're watching out there, because we got 217 people, I don't know how many thumbs up. He's probably watching this show, guys. I want to say, do the right thing, man. Gregory Williams says, update on Angelica with cancer. Well, I mean, what kind of update? I was just over there. I mean, I was over there, what, Sunday? Today's Friday. She has, I thank y'all every time I hear about for all the love and compassion that you're showing her. She has received some help from you guys, but yeah, that's about it. She's got stage 2B cancer. I don't know, Gary, what kind of, Gregory Williams, sorry, what type of update you want on that. But yeah, she's doing okay. Sam Safari says, come as a John and go as a Jane. Yeah, that's going to happen to you over here. Wonders of Life says, I was looking for that video, and why wait this long? Why did it take?
For people to help to share that info.
I was looking for that video, and why wait this long? And why did it take for people you help to share that video? I don't understand what you're talking about, Wonders of Life. But remember, it's two Wonders of Life. One is the good guy, and one's a bad guy.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, somebody stole his.
Oh, well, that happened to me and Ingram and everybody else.
I don't know what this is talking about. What's he talking about? I was looking for that video, and why wait this long? And why did it take for people you help to share that info? What are you talking about, man? Don't come on here arguing, guys. We'll get you off here real quick. We're trying to, share information and stuff over here. Hey, Newcomb, he says, a country full of Lorena Bobbitt. Yeah. Now, of course, guys are going to get my comments. Well, it happens everywhere, Calvin. Well, if that's going to make you feel good any better, John, you wake up with your damn dick in your hand.
Now, I'm not trying to generalize, but Lorena Bobbitt, if I remember right, wasn't she from like Ecuador, or maybe it's with the Hispanic in the Philippines?
Well, it's become an epidemic in Thailand that the researchers got together and was like, we got to find out what's going on over here. It's happening too often over there in Thailand.
They weren't blaming it on suicides, were they?
No, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, if it makes you feel better to wake up, like I said yesterday, with a mummified dick and say, well, Calvin, you know, it happens everywhere. It's on you.
It can happen everywhere as long as it don't happen to me.
Yeah. Hey, thanks.
Oh, okay, there he is.
There it is right here. Cliff and Rue for the super chat. He says, Calvin, we're in Manila, Quezon City. There's no way you are getting into the Philippines without the proper visa or your wife with you. Absolutely. But for some reason, Cliff, they're listening to these other channels with this online marriage stuff, and they're showing, because they told them, oh, you can get in here. You just only need the marriage certificate and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. It's not true, guys. Hey, Ty Cromwell said the first theme song is my favorite. Yeah, that's the Sunshine Shoulders. This is the Sunshine Shoulders, Moonshine Shoulders. Then he's making one for John. But believe it or not, this song is going to grow on you. It grew on me.
Actually, the vocals in it, I think, are actually better than the first one.
And then Dark J says the Philippines open for travel. Yeah, if you've got a valid visa, it is, but not for regular tourists. Happy Friday, Calvin and John. Have a good weekend out in the Philippines. Thank you. Retard 2019 says, Calvin, last night live stream was great. I'm spending my money, enjoy life. Yeah, we need to talk about that more often, guys.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. What's up, Jacob Tonjay? That's our buddy from Houston, Texas.
He's a good one.
There's Doug Carr on here
Doug
again.
Carr. Hey, Doug.
Yeah. Let's see.
Did John move yet? No. I'm still looking for a place.
Yeah.
I got a pretty good lead on one.
5014 says, how many mixed children there with no father, especially the ones mixed with black, must face the most hardship, and even outcasts I saw in the French documentary? Well, believe it or not, all mixed kids are kind of bullied over here, even the white ones, believe it or not.
I don't have the experience with that. I don't know. There's
school,
a lot of kids here without parents.
They're just different. And that's with any small kids. You know, kids are evil anyway, you know, because they don't know that they're being evil. They say things and, you know, they make other kids feel bad. But yeah, but if you go up there, man, it's a lot. They call them Amerasians as you get up toward Angelica City, Alongapo, up there where those bases are. It's thousands and thousands of them, guys.
If it's okay with you guys, when Gail comes back, ask her. She would know better than anybody else.
Well, she said she did say that on the video, but she said she used it as a motivation.
Okay, I got two for me. Maximus, why don't you move into Calvin's house when he moves? That's one of my options. And I tell you, he's got a nice place here for $170 a month. It's nice. Probably the nicest place I've seen. We're going to try that. I got another one here. Can you buy smokeless tobacco? Been dipping for 30 years, I guess. I have not seen it, but I have not looked at it. I'm sure you can get it off Lazada. You might pay a fortune for it.
Or probably if you're in Manila, Cebu, one of them places. You know, up there in Angelica City where a lot of foreigners are, they request that stuff. Because remember, Doug requests special stuff.
How to save more.
And they'll order for him. But this is what I was just telling you, John, today. Don't get married online. Just sit back, relax. You'll get there soon enough,
Save
guys.
your money up.
Save the money. All that damn money y'all spending, it's not worth it, man. So many nice places you could go to and wait for the Philippines to open. Who's got... My people on here don't have 20,000 just to put in one of these shaky banks over here, and you may not get it back.
I know yesterday was talking about, again, having a business here. Don't have no business here, guys.
Yeah.
If you want to support the family. You'll be better off.
Yeah, Jeff Dingle, but it doesn't matter. He said, Calvin, you get married with the Utah County Clerk. These guys is trying to get in here with that, man. It didn't work. It did not work.
You got to have your wife with you.
Yeah, I mean,
she's over here.
It would.
They can't leave.
I can give them this. If they would have met in Singapore and they showed up with that marriage certificate,
probably be okay.
They would be okay because the Philippines they don't put it under some microscope to see if it's a real marriage certificate. They just stamp your passport. But, you know, Jeff, man, you know, why fly all the way over here on some bogus data that y'all getting? Some fake information, man. They're not letting the Philippines they're not stupid, guys, okay? They're not a bunch of bumbling idiots.
I agree with that.
You know, especially at that immigration, man, at that border.
That's their job. They're professionals.
Yeah.
Even though over in Bacala, a lot of times we don't get that impression, but that's just there.
Yeah, yeah. Lynn said they're going to says just go to LAX any day of the week and pretend it's your wife. Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to travel all the way over here, I'm going to have a more detailed, thought out plan. You're going to meet me in Singapore, Hong Kong, somewhere, and you'll get in, guys, that way. But you try to come over here. All three of them, well, two of them said, I'm married to a Filipino. And the one guy said, I'm here to see my fiance. They said, we don't give a damn. The Philippines, listen, the Philippines is hard over here. They go by the book. There's no compassion. There's nothing like that. They say
one letter in your name's wrong, you got a problem.
Yeah, they don't give a damn.
Gil Bellamy, should I have two bank accounts, one in your home country, one here? Absolutely. That's what I do. That's what
I've got. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. Makes it a lot easier. Jason Flint said, Clip and Rue, I just saw you and yours with another vlogger is that Indiana? I just followed you. Congrats, and I look forward to your vlog. Iskandari, my favorite television man, he says, good morning, guys. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
I think you're out of quarantine today. But see, Iskandari's telling the truth. He got in here on the 9A. He says, or if you're truly married, just get your 9A entry visa. Right? And it didn't take him long to get his. Let's see what this is saying. Hold on. You don't know what you're marrying. Yeah, I mean,
I would never marry sight unseen or not spend some time with somebody.
I mean the Philippines is a great place. Remember, I'm telling you, it's a magical place to me, guys. But it's not worth you jumping through all these hoops and all this stuff to get in here. Save that money. You're going to need it when you get over here. It's going to open up sooner enough, and you're going to thank me for that. Go somewhere else, man. Travel Mike's going to Nicaragua.
Oh, I'll be interested to see how that works.
Carmen Greenwood is in Mexico right now.
Loving it.
Brazil. There's a lot of places that's open now. There's no way I'd be sitting around.
Actually, I probably would in saving up, though.
I mean, I'm just saying.
If you can get 20 grand saved up, that's a house here.
Yeah, go get a Costa Rican tune-up. Because somebody was telling me, Rock Harmon, I hope you're watching this, Brock. He told me, he said, Calvin, man, because I told y'all one of my clients, she passed on now, rest in peace. She was 104. When she found out that I was coming to the Philippines, she said, Calvin, you need to go and check out my home country, Costa Rica. She told me that. I never did. And Rock Harmon said, man, you should kick yourself. He said, Calvin, that's the place to be. He said, and the cost of living is just as cheap over there as it is in the Philippines. So there it is, guys, right there.
In 2007, I was actually offered a job in Costa Rica, and I turned it down. But the main reason was because I don't speak Spanish. Maybe I should have took him up on that.
AC King, now you can't get in with your regular wife. You have to have a Filipino wife. He said, I don't want to bring a wife to the Philippines. I want to go there to potentially find one. Damn, just bring sand to the beach. Why don't y'all? Yeah. I'm saying not just any wife. She has to be a Filipino wife. It's called a Balikbayan visa, where the Filipino has left the country and she's returning. Or the Filipino. It's for their immediate family, their husband, their mother and father, their children, like that. Travel Mike says, I will let you guys know how the Nicaragua
I can't wait.
is. Yeah.
I always thought I'd like to go to Peru and see Machu Picchu and chew on coca leaves.
Lynn San Diego 102 says, Mexico is open now. They never close. Yeah, exactly.
I lived in Mexico for 3 months before I came here. I was nervous there, I'll be honest.
Retired 2019. If I had the answer to this, I'd probably be rich, John. He said, Calvin, why are so many guys desperate to get that? And that's my question, too. You don't have to be desperate to get here, guys. The Philippines is not going anywhere. I promise you that.
You always want something you can't have. I think that's what it is.
Well, that's what the man does anyway. That's a fact. I've researched that. That's where they get that, the grass always look greener because we're always reaching for something that we don't have.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
And that's true for that. But, yeah, guys, slow down, take your time, and when you get over here, enjoy it. But jumping through all them hoops and all these fancy SRVs. Now, if you can get that military where you're really not
$3,000
investing a whole lot of money, then why not? But when you got to do that regular SRV, guys,
That's a lot of money to
wouldn't.
put
That's
down.
a lot of money in that. Even 10,000, John.
I wonder if he's joking now. I hope he's joking.
No, he's not joking. I thought I was crazy for marrying a girl that I only knew for 2 weeks in person. No, it happens all the time over here.
Well, Philip, how did that work out for you?
Well, he's on my channel, so it probably didn't work out. There ain't too many happily married men on my channel, John. That's why they're trying to get over here. But Philip, you're not by yourself. I know a lot of guys that do it. Some of them, it works out, but a lot of them don't. And it takes time, guys. Don't be sitting over there, oh, I've got a happy marriage. Yeah, you only been married for 2 years, 4 years. You're still on your honeymoon. Really. Wait till you get up there. Remember, I was married, but we've been married for 10 years. 8 years when we came over here. Had no idea I'd be separated on the way to a divorce. Okay. You don't know it's bad till it's bad. But, it is what it is. Okay, Rick 5014.
Good for you.
I'm 45 and I'm done with the 9 to 5. That's what we were talking about yesterday.
That's good.
We got to learn to live, especially if you're a man. They're outliving us anyway. So you might as well get a young lady. You understand? You might as well.
Oh, I agree with that.
Let's see what Mark Richards says. Just got here. Did you get to play Moonshine Shoulders jingle?
We'll play it at the end.
We'll play it again. I'm going to play it real quick, guys.
All right. I'll go have a smoke then while you're doing that.
Because I just want people to hear it.
I actually like it.
It takes time to grow on me, not like the other one, but now listen to this voice in the background. It's funny.
Moonshine shoulders, moonshine, sunshine shoulders, sunshine, boots on the ground, the real nitty-gritty. Moonshine shoulders, moonshine, sunshine shoulders, sunshine, boots on the ground, the real nitty-gritty. Moonshine shoulders, moonshine, sunshine shoulders, sunshine, boots on the ground, the real nitty-gritty. Moonshine shoulders, moonshine, sunshine shoulders, sunshine, boots on the ground, the real nitty-gritty. Moonshine shoulders, moonshine, sunshine shoulders, sunshine, boots on the ground, the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground, the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground, the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground, the real nitty-gritty.
Yeah, it'll grow on you, Mr. Vegas. That's what I said. Now, Philip Rogers said, I lived in Manila for the first year. Then I took her to the States. That's when it started falling apart. It fell apart for me simply because my wife enjoyed it in America. She didn't want to come back here, but she should have told me that. She, we had a plan. But in her mind, she had her own plan. Okay?
She didn't want no chickens at her house, I guess.
Yeah.
I saw one from retired 2019. When are you going to build your wife a house? Now, I told her in the beginning it'd be 10 years. If I'm going to build a house for somebody, she's going to earn it. But I have actually brought that down to 7 years now, so we'll see.
Well, it's the same. John, you could build a house for what you bought that car for. You bought her that car,
pretty much, yeah.
Right?
Well, that was a 2-year anniversary.
Oh. What about that crib? What are you going to do with that? Okay. Yeah, he said nice smoking weed song, John.
Actually, that is what it reminds me of.
He said, Mr. Vegas said this song is not going to grow on me.
Oh,
it actually grew on me a little bit, guys. Believe it or not. Okay.
Here, Gail, let me help you.
Thank you, brother. Thank
you're
you,
welcome.
Mr. John.
You're welcome, Gail.
Harold Chill said women can't come to you in the Philippines. In America, they don't even like to speak. In America, they don't even like to speak. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different. It's a whole lot different.
Well, like I say, here you got to make the first move. If you're going to wait for a woman here to come to you,
yeah, it'll never happen.
It never happen.
Clayton Murray said that's a fun song, same writer, musician. Yeah, but now remember, I didn't tell y'all this. There's a guy who's going to write another. He offered to write another theme song for me. I'm going to try that. Hopefully next week, John, we'll have that on, and then we'll let you guys vote.
There you
and
go.
Say which one which should we use. Hey, okay, take care. Yeah, take both of them. Yeah. The Orchid King says, "Hi, Sir Calvin and Johnny. Can you advise if these areas are safe for travelers?" Oh, he's joking. This gotta be a joke. Baziland, Holo Salu, and Tower just asking. No, under no. Every 90% of the foreigners that have been kidnapped, well, 100% have been taken to that area. Okay, but now you're not welcome there, Orchid King. Absolutely not. You couldn't pay me to go there. A lot of bird watchers go to Tower and they regret it.
Is that where the Canadians got it?
No, they got it in Somal,
okay.
But
that's good. We'll get it.
Yeah, the other Canadians got it. They were on their yacht in Palawan.
But they were going for bird watching. I thought some kind of rare bird or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, they had two. That hornbill something. It's very rare. One of the rarest in the world. They were over there, and of course the guides got away. How they got away, I don't know, but
funny how that works.
It's funny how that works. Hey, Walter, being in Detroit, said, I like the zebra and lion analogy in the previous video. Yeah, that just came to me really when I was making that video. It came to my mind. I'm like, the lion doesn't care if you're a zebra or an antelope, John. It's going to eat. And it's like the Filipino over here. She don't care if you're white or black. If you're short, tall, it don't matter, guys. You know.
I agree.
But a lot of these women over here, believe it or not, they're wolves in sheep's clothing. That's all it is, man. You know. That's why you need to take your time, man.
Like he said, they'll look awful sweet and innocent.
Mr. Freeze said the song reminds me of a Stevie Wonder song, Living for the City.
I'd have to listen to it.
But see, here's the thing, John, when I say that. It's not a knock on the women.
No.
Their hard upbringing creates that.
It's survival.
It's survival. You know, it's like, I don't care what John looks like. You know, they said I look like a bobblehead and John looks like a candy cane. So, you know, they don't care though, John.
That's right.
We both look good to them, right?
That's right.
You know, but the guy it was hilarious that he said, I never talk about that. He said, you never tell the guys that. Yes. I'm like, come on, man. You got to be a
video
troll.
number one.
Yeah. Chloe, New York City says, good morning. Damn, I love you guys together, man. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. We just giving our boots on the ground experience over here. Rams and Dodgers fans said, Calvin, have you been to your favorite restaurant lately that you talk about a bit? Yeah. Rock Harmon and his wife, they took us out the other night. And I tell you, man, it's got Rock Harmon, man. He really impressed me. That's why I've been talking about him a lot. He's 2 years younger than me. The guy's got his life together. He's got, you know, he's really
ex-military.
Yeah, and now he's got like 19 years as a U.S. contractor.
Oh, okay.
He's a fun guy, man. He's funny. And, you know, he really made a good impression on me. And you could tell the people, because he wears a lot of gold jewelry, him and his wife, diamonds too, see. And that's kind of shocking to see over here, because I don't see that.
I don't either.
You see me, I don't have nothing. Nothing, but yeah. I bought my wife a few little trinkets, but yeah, I'm talking about they were glittering. But yeah, we went over there, Rams Dodgers, and it's the best place.
I agree.
In a big area around here.
Oh, I haven't eaten anywhere in Dumaguete or Bacall that's that good. And there might be places there I don't know about, but I haven't eaten there.
Cal, retired 2019, Calvin, do you think Philippines will become like Western women? No. once they go over there, they don't have a choice. You know, because I was talking to Rock, you know, because he's been married to a Filipino before. And he said, that's why I like your channel. He said, because I'll be sitting there laughing. He said, everything you're saying, I went through it. You know, he's talking about the people getting the ear of the lady over there. And, you know, that's the video I wrote, the Filipino rules, man. Go back and watch that video. I'm going to tell you exactly what happens to them when they get over there. You know,
I mean, that's the main reason, you know, I come on this channel is to just try to help even one person not to make some of the mistakes I made. It's worth it to me.
Yeah. He says, no, Ron Bizzle, what's up, Ron? No, this is what I'm looking at. AC King said, you say the women are wolves over there. I say to them, please eat me. Yeah, the wolves in sheep's clothing. They're ready to pounce is what I'm saying. Yeah, they're going to eat you alive. Believe it or not. And, you know, when you get talked about the nitty gritty, people don't like it, but it's true, John. You know what? He can bear witness to what I'm saying. You know, and one lady got on here and said, oh, ladies, watch out for a man who wants to sleep with you one night. Now, they want to sleep with you the first night.
And that is because from what I've been told is they all know that's what Western men want.
Well, and they know the competition. If you don't do it, somebody else will.
10 more waiting.
1,000. You know, I used to say 100. No, it's 1,000. I'm sorry.
Right.
You know, I was just trying to be nice. I'm going to give you the nitty gritty. It's 1,000. Tita Cha says, Calvin, I wonder how many guys are going to find out that their Filipinos have had babies while their foreign guy was locked out of the Philippines.
I hope not.
Yeah. Well, a lot, because there's a baby boom right now in the Philippines. Remember, I used to say, man, it's going to be a baby boom when...
After, but it's now.
It's now. I looked it up. I was shocked. But, yeah, it's happening right now in the Philippines. 2020, 2021 is considered a baby boom here.
No, you're locked up. You can't do nothing else. Hey, Joe B., good to see you.
Well, see, this is true, but this is one of those guys when I do my next video on, you know, the Filipino haircut. He's going to say that wolves in every country, just more there because life is harder there. Okay. Like I said, he's going to be the one sitting in the emergency room with the nurse is holding his damn dick in her hand.
I hope not.
And he's going to be like, well, Calvin, it happens in all countries. Yeah, well, if that makes you feel better. Because over here, one of the ladies cut it down to 1 centimeter and then threw it in the garbage. See, they playing for keeps over here, guys. You know. The 2019 said, Calvin, I think American men will turn to women by spoiling them.
And we do. Well, actually, we do. You spoiled yours, I spoiled mine.
We corrupt them in a way, but you can't buy the Filipino out of them.
I hope not.
You can take them out of the Filipino. You can take them out of the Philippines, but as long as I keep them here, I don't care if she's spoiled. But when you take them over there and they're difficult to deal with, my ex-wife will not listen to anything I say now. After all I did for her, I literally changed her life.
For the better.
For the better. And now when I just say little stuff like, why don't you just file for the divorce over there? She won't help me at all. At all, guys. And it's just kind of shocking to me, but I know why.
I see Eugene Thomas on here. Well, I talked about this a little bit with my theory last week. I don't think you're on here. The reason I think the Filipinos changed in the U.S. is because over here, when they get a foreigner, that takes them from the bottom of the heap to, you know, very, very high up social standing here. But you get the U.S., well, then they're just like everybody else. I mean, that's my opinion.
That's his. I just look at it like, if you go to my video where it says, hey, stop, don't bring your woman to your home country. I say they all change. To what extent, we don't know. It just depends on who she is.
That's true.
See, some women are just waiting for you to come over here and rescue them and take them over there. They have no intention on being good wives to you. They're just trying to get out of this burning house. So this is their burning house. America was mine. That's all they're trying to do. And the innocent, the sweet, they're wolves in sheep clothing. You will never know until it's too late.
I would say that any Pinay that you meet that says her goal is to come to the U.S., that to me is a red flag.
Yeah. And see, that's the problem. That's the reason why I'm married my wife, okay? Because she said that she did not want to come to America. Remember, guys, now this was before I had two women. I had two families, and they knew it. There's no problem with it. This was the Calvin, the old Calvin, 10 years ago. I chose the one who says, hey, I don't want to go to America. I want a good life here. Instead of the one that was worrying me every day, who, by the way, should have been the one I should have married. We'd be together now because, you know, she loved my dirty drawers, okay? But I chose her because of that. But she fooled me. You know, once I took her over there, you know, she loved it so much. You know, it's just like, I can't really blame her. What I blame her for is you agreed to our plan, then you backed out of it. Instead of just saying, holding your ground, saying, no, I don't want to go back over there.
Yeah.
You had me give up everything, move over here, you know, no turning back, and in 6 months you gone back home. Well, I'm sorry.
Let's do Mark's there.
Okay. Mark Sanson says, should I hook up with a woman that has 3 kids?
In my opinion, that's up to you. But I have had some of my exes, they had children, and that has its own problems. But I had problems with that in the U.S. too. One thing, a woman with 3 kids, her odds of getting a man here are 0, so that might help you there. But then how you guys are going to deal with the children, that could be an issue. See what
you walk a thin line, but at the same time, look, guys, it doesn't matter as far as I'm concerned, because more than likely, most of us have children when we get over here. So for us to throw that out there and say, oh, I don't want a woman with children, that's being a hypocrite. Everybody's different, though. My woman had 2 kids. Is it something that, and they're excellent children, but, you know, I can't discipline them. You know, it's just how it is over here. And it's just a thin line you walk, you know, and I did a video on it because I want you guys to know. A lot of us are going to come over here. We're going to date. We're going to marry women with children. If you stay in the Philippines, you got very little say-so. I don't care how many bills you're paying. Mr. Tough Guy watching this now. It's a new set of rules over here. You're not going to discipline these kids over here and not live.
It's actually against the law.
Yeah. You're not going to do it. But if you're compatible with her, Mark, I say, why not?
Give it a try. My first girlfriend here had 2 children, and the youngest boy was a brat, and I was yelling at him one day, and one of the neighbors came over and said, if you keep yelling at that kid, we're going to call the police on you. Of course, my answer was, well, he had a shit life before he met me. Now he has a good life. If you want to call the police on me, after they let me out of jail, I'll go home and go back to his shit life. Well, that was the end of that, but it didn't work out anyway.
Joby said, congrats on the house, Cal. Thanks, brother. You know, that's just your preference. I'm not going to say yay or nay. I'm just going to say, if she's compatible, why not? If she's beautiful, why not? But just know what you're walking into is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Laugh out loud. Married to a Filipino for 15 years. Yeah, you know, for every good one, there's 10 bad ones. There's 10 bad stories. I hate to say it.
Well, and I think that's because people with bad stories are they're sharing them. It's more vocal, maybe. I don't know.
Well, no, they don't. They don't share them. It's more bad stories out there, John.
Oh, you might be right.
The only ones is like RC in Jacksonville. They want to brag and beat their chest. Oh, yeah, I'm married. I got a successful marriage. It's the ones where it goes bad. The man's lost a lot, or she's run off with the neighbor or the uncle or something like that. He's in the background. Trust me, man. I'm trying to get guys to come out and tell us their stories.
I wish they would.
That's why I share my story, because I want you guys to be, you know, comfortable with sharing your stories. Hey, it is what it is, man.
And if you're embarrassed, just change your screen name. Nobody knows who you are anyway.
The Orchid King says, say, John, funny thing, my Philly girls want me to come with Jan, but I'm not going to tell her when I arrive. Okay, yeah. I need a few days to be wild. Philly girls meaning Filipino girls.
Actually, Orchid King, when I came here permanently, that was my plan, but I didn't go through with it, and I'm kind of glad I didn't.
But I say,
I mean, if you're talking to them every day on Facebook or on video calls, how you gonna handle that?
yeah, I say, get your run out, guys. You know,
I agree with
it's
that.
very unlikely that the first one that you meet is going to be the right one. Everybody I talk to, I was talking to Rock Harmon. Like I said, man, I like to share this stuff with you guys to let you know what I'm talking about is not crazy. He had his share of them. We was talking about.
Looked like he had some guns on him. I'll tell you that.
He had a stalker that was coming after him. He said he had to get off Facebook.
Oh, I got off Facebook.
Same story that I had. Coming after his wife, coming after her family. I'm like, wow, that's a story, guys.
Mr. Vegas. I hear you.
I don't have that much D to spare. I better be careful. Yeah, but I'm just saying, but you may think she's the right one, and then all of a sudden, living with anybody is a tough thing to do.
It's a true test.
That's a hard thing. Even in the best situations, living with another human being is difficult. You got to put up, because human beings, we're complex, man, up here. And, it just is, one thing I don't like living with a woman, and I don't have that problem here because I told her that I should have with my American wife. I don't want to walk into the bathroom and see a bloody Kotex in the damn wastebasket. I don't want that. I mean, I got to put down my foot down and say, look, and I don't care how many times I told her that. I'd go in there and it'd be in there.
She must have been trying to send you a message. I see.
Yeah. And just, it's kind of stuff that pisses me off.
I don't think that's too much to ask.
But
as far as living with somebody, I know I wouldn't want to live with me. I wouldn't.
No, he's talking about he don't have that much D.
Oh, I know what he was talking about.
You better be careful with them cutting it off.
Yeah.
Well, see, the lady over here, she left him 1 centimeter.
Well, so she only cut half off.
Yeah. Yeah. But they don't play over here with that, guys. And that's a fact.
That probably depends on the state.
Yeah, Lynn San Diego 1-2 said, found for divorce in the U.S. would make things simpler for you, Calvin. It would. We got married over there. That's the reason why I didn't want to marry her here, just in case things didn't go right, Lynn. She wouldn't be bogged down with this annulment and all of that, okay? And that's the reason why, like I said, she won't even think about helping me. And when I look back on it, it really hurts me. I'm like, no matter, girl, don't you realize you over there living your best life? And it started with me and the sacrifices I made. And now you won't even do something simple like, fly back over here with me to see your son, by the way.
Yeah.
Who's still here.
It don't cost you nothing.
Don't cost you nothing. I'm going to pay for everything. No, she won't do that. And that's because she's talking to them women over there. My daughter, my oldest daughter, and her is so close. I know she's filling her head with stuff.
As far as the annulments go, we both have a friend, and he just got an annulment for his girlfriend. And it wasn't as bad as I thought, but it was not contested by the ex in any way. It cost him, I think he said, 35,000 pesos, which isn't that bad, and it took 4 years.
Yeah, that's an annulment.
Yeah.
You not 35. You said 350,000.
Oh, was it 350? Okay.
That's 350,000.
I'd have to ask him again to make sure. But, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But it took 4 years. I do remember that part.
Now, David Bryan said, same problem with my ex-wife. And he says, mine too. She won't listen. She won't listen to me, my ex. That's what they'll do, man. And see, here's the thing. It's not like everywhere else, guys. I'm telling you. Filipinos, they're hard-headed. And they will drive you crazy with some of the foolishness that they do, especially the silent treatment. When you're trying to get something done like a divorce or something like that. I mean, it'll drive you crazy. They got some ways, man, that will drive you crazy. That's why I say be careful which one you choose, because if it goes bad, it's bad. And, trust me, the other day I was telling my girlfriend, I said, don't you know, I've never hit a woman in my life. It never even crossed my mind. But this woman is stonewalling me over there so bad. I said, she better be lucky I'm not there. I choke her. And y'all can counsel me for saying that. I don't give a damn. I'm just telling you what I'm really thinking. Now, would I choke her? Probably not. But all this stonewalling and stuff over there, lady, I took you from the literally the gutter. Okay, and I would never even say that, but I'm saying now all of a sudden you got over there and you're living good, you got a good job and everything like that. Now you done forgot where you come from, and that's what they'll do.
I can't believe she hadn't seen her child in all
That's
this
what
time.
they don't
that
give
really
a damn.
surprises me.
It ain't just her. My girlfriend said that a lot of them do that. Mark King said the Philippine government, they don't believe in dating. So if you just sleep with a woman there, the woman can say the two of you are married.
I don't know about that. Maybe.
Yeah, but hell, how many Filipinos do you know that's ever been inside a courtroom, John? How many?
Zero.
Zero. But that's what guys always talk about, the courts over here. If you got a Filipina that's even thinking of this, even brings up the court, that's a red flag. Why in the world are you thinking about a court, lady? Philippines don't handle their business like that. They'll go to the barangay.
No, yeah, they'll
go to him.
More of a possibility.
Yeah, like that. But they're not going into some courthouse. I'm sorry. Yeah. See, Manuel Rojo says, stay single. It ain't worth it. I would, especially these new Filipinos. They'll let you live with them, John. You heard the one. Okay, says travel vlog says she don't have a problem with it. My neighbor across the street is Esmeralda. She said,
and me.
Yeah, she ain't in a hurry to do it. Hell yeah, red flag. Yeah, if you're talking about going to court.
Or
over here,
wanting to go to the U.S.
Getting a lawyer. Hey, Mark Sansone. Calvin, I would love to get a beer with you and pick your brain. Yeah, just give me a Coke or else a calamansi juice.
I'll take a beer.
John will take the beer, though. I don't drink. But, yeah, come on over here, man.
But don't try to get married online. Get in here.
Herbert Gaudier. Are you from down in Louisiana, brother? He says every good deed has its punishment. Yeah, be careful. See, Filipinos over here, Asian women, period, are the true player haters. They don't like you cheating on them over here, guys. Because the guy said, well, you never hear about them cutting off the dick of a foreigner. I said, yeah, because they never catch them cheating. Don't get caught cheating over here, man. You may wake up, in pain.
And I have left every time I broke up with a Filipino, I left the island.
Jay says, hell, if you marry a Filipino, take her to USA. If it don't work out, just buy another ticket to the Philippines and get another one or two. Yeah. And you're going to do that, meanwhile, you're going crazy.
Well, but you have to sign up for 10 years of support if you take one to
right.
the U.S.
That's right.
Think of stuff out, guys.
That's right. I mean, and and I'm stuck into that, which I don't mind. I'm helping her now. But I'm saying I've only got 2 more years of that. But he's right. You're not getting out of that. Now, if she gets married, yeah, again.
Well, but they'd be stupid to do that.
Yeah, but they're not going to get married. They're going to make sure that, if she has any problems, you're going to be responsible. If she gets food stamps,
any kind of welfare.
Yeah, any kind of welfare, anything like that, you got to pay the government back. And if you get $2,500 in arrears, they take your passport.
Oh, my.
Mr. Free said, then there's the next pet issue. There's always a simp in ready to step in after you do all the work. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what makes me mad, too, on that situation. I'm saying now these guys over there, they're filling your head up over there, making you think you 10 foot tall. But by the way, when you was over here starving, they didn't give a damn about you. They wasn't even thinking about you. See, I don't care. If you're a human being, it's going to bother you. I've gotten past it, but in the beginning, it bothered me to think all the work I did. And now you over here giving these guys the same thing that you were giving me for nothing. For nothing, guys. Yeah, let that pull your chain.
Mr. Orchid asked me what I was drinking today. I have some Indian tonic water. Can't see the label. And there is a little bit of vodka in it.
There's a little bit of vodka in it.
A little bit.
Harold Chill said, yes, expensive to do that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, how much did it cost you to get the visa and their passport and everything else?
Look at my visa. I mean, look, guys, any of this stuff, I've got almost 600, if not 600 videos. I talk about that. I said, Filipinos are expensive. They are. From the day you meet them until the day you get married and bring them to your country, you're going to spend a fortune. Okay? Because they don't have anything. And for this guy to come on my comments and say, Calvin, you never talk about that. I'm
From
like,
day one you have.
You're foolish.
Yeah, I saw that too.
First of all, if you love them, don't buy them no expensive rings or anything like that. They're going to find that.
I didn't show you this. Actually, that's the guy there. I wrote that on my list when I saw that.
Yeah,
but then it says you don't talk about the fact that the foreigners have to pay for everything. But I tell you, after I thought about it, I said he asked from day one. I scratched it off the list. I didn't bring it up today, but you brought it up.
That's crazy because I thought for sure this guy's either a troll or he's out of his damn mind.
Yeah, like I said, I scratched it off the list.
But I talk about how expensive Filipinos are. From the day you meet them, buying everything, to that visa process is very expensive. All right. Then the green card, then the removal conditions. They hit you every step of the way. I'm talking about not them, your government. Then to file for U.S. citizenship, all that you got to pay for. Okay. Then flying her back and forth to Manila for the interview, the medical, you got to pay for that. The accommodations, then the one-way plane ticket over here. It's going to cost you. You better have $5,000. The minute you decide I'm going to start this process, you should have a minimum of $5,000.
Now, Eugene Thomas agrees with you on that.
He says, me too. I did all that work to bring her here in America. Now we are divorced and some other guy might be with her now. I get pissed off about that sometimes. Yeah, I mean, we're just human. See, if somebody sits up here and says, oh, they don't bother me, Cal, just go out and get another one. I did, but when you sit around and you think about that stuff like that, you say, you over there, acting like you some big shot over there with some man who's filling your head up with foolishness, thinking you somebody. Meanwhile, you were starving. Yep. I'm talking about literally starving when I met her. J.A. said, Calvin, do you have any plans to move your boys down after the house is totally completed? Yeah, see, that's another reason of contention. Why would you? I've been wanting my son with me from day one. She's fighting me for this, even though she's in America. She'd rather my son live in a damn squatters area down in Zamboanga.
But you know why? Because of the support you're giving your son for her family. That's what that's about.
Then him live with me where I can give him a good life. She's just sticking a needle in my eye. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Be careful who you marrying and taking back over there, man. You don't know.
You said it either last week or the week before. Your boy's grandfather, he quit work because of the support you're giving him.
Yeah, so, my first son. Yeah. Now, they love him, unconditionally and everything like that, but it's not about that. I'm over here with him. I should have to say so, John.
Agree.
You're in America living like you single.
It's your kid.
But when you have, I could do a video on that, man, but I would get so ugly on that, they would deport me. Because y'all don't really want that nitty gritty, okay? And it happens not just to me,
Just remember, we're always foreigners here.
Let me see. Sam Champion.
He's a good man.
Yeah, he says, Calvin, in my days as young U.S. seller in the late 70s, the cure for Playboy's cheaters in Super Bay and Longapole was a butterfly knife in your gut, a switchblade knife in so many disguises. Yeah, but now they just take it a step further. They'll either put something in your food, make you go to sleep, and then cut you off. And then like I was telling John today, a lady in China, now look, this was her married. The guy's married. Her married lover.
So she was a mistress.
She was a mistress. She got jealous, cut his dick off, then beat him to death with a hammer. And what'd you say, John?
I said, hey, you whacked my weenie off. I might as well be dead.
Yeah.
I'd rather be dead.
And that's true.
Butterfly knife. Now, one of my good neighbors, he was an engineer or something. Now, when he left my apartment building, he gave me a butterfly knife for a present. No, that is pretty good.
Yeah. Lynn San Diego said that sounds scary. I'm pretty sure you got some stories out of your province that you could share with us, Lynn. It ain't changed a whole lot over here. Heather Feathers said, Calvin, you think your ex-wife is watching Troll? Absolutely. Them thumbs down that you're seeing, Heather, a lot of that's her, because she's always telling me, oh, you talk so bad about me on your show. I said, I'm not talking bad about you. I'm just telling you.
You hardly talk
you
about
might
her on
hardly
your
talk
show.
about you. I'm just saying that I'm sharing my experiences with guys. Hey, Gleason Baker, I gave him your email, John.
Anytime, yeah. Anybody.
No, I already gave him your email.
Okay.
Did you contact him?
I didn't see it, but I'll look when I go home.
I gave you the one you write with me about.
Yeah. Oh,
Not
okay. That's fine.
that,
That's fine.
you know, one.
Yeah, not that stupid one I made up.
Now, this guy, Mango Shakes Field, says, I will never bring another Filipino to the USA. Don't do it. My advice, yeah. And see, there's guys looking right now who've been married 3-4 years. They're still on their honeymoon. Oh, I'm having a good time. It's not bad until it's bad, okay? And it's not going to, I'm not generalizing. It's not going to happen for everybody, but okay. You know, you're going to see why it would have been a whole lot better to keep her here.
And in all fairness, though, I've met 3 or 4 or 5 Americans over here that their first girl they met, and they're all happy and everything. So, you know, it does happen that way, too.
Yeah,
but take your time. I'd say take your time.
But they're over here, John.
That's right.
They're not over there.
You're right. Absolutely.
We're talking about over there. Hey, Travel Mike, thanks for the
Thank you,
super
Mike.
chat. He said, I made every mistake you could make. Supported my fiance for 2 years, then married her in the U.S. and now divorced, and she has another man. Keep her there, yeah. See, as long as we keep sharing stories like this, some guys like me, I wasn't financially able to keep her here. Okay, I get that. But if I could do it all over again, well, I'm sorry. You know, damn the bad luck. You just got to wait till I can get over here to you.
Yeah.
I'd come back and forth a couple of times a year. It's cheaper to do that, guys.
Well, and if you can afford even, $2,000 a month to live here, you're going to have a good life here with her.
Yeah, retired 19. It's what it is because she's a good woman. Remember, we were together for 10 years, 8 years of bliss, John. We never had any problem. The only problem was when she wanted to go back to the States, and I said, I can't do that. I can't turn around after 6 months and go all the way back.
And you gave everything up.
I gave everything up. Yeah. What I look like, but see, that's where the cultural differences come in.
But if she would have said to you before you came over, I think I want to stay here a little bit longer, you guys probably would have worked it out.
Probably would have worked it out. But don't tell me, okay,
after it's
I'm with you, and everything like that. And then, by the way, the money you're making over there, it's just barely enough because I'm not there. Yeah. And those guys over there aren't taking care of her. Trust me, they're not, guys, because she come this close to getting evicted out of her apartment. I had to pay the rent for her. Harold Chill said that's the quick ticket of the Philippines for a poor woman. Her priority becomes her family, not the man. Yeah, that's initially. That's true. And, it's hard for us as Western men to swallow that, John.
Oh, I agree.
But it's just the truth. But we always talk about what the Filipino wants. Why don't we talk about what we want, guys? Y'all don't want to just come over here and hold hands and go ring around the rosy up and down the street, do you, John?
I like ringing around the rosy. Just kidding.
We got some serious needs.
I come for the infrastructure.
Yeah. But yeah, we've got to talk about what we want more than what they want, because
well, like, we're the prize.
Yeah,
we really are.
I mean, everybody on here, if I ask them, well, what do Filipinos want? They're going to tell you. They know exactly what they want. But if I say, well, what do you want? They're going to shut up. They're going to get quiet, and they're not going to tell. And that's probably why we end up losing with a royal flush. The Filipino's going to win because she knows exactly what she wants, what she has to do to get it. And then she goes out and does it. But we come over here stammering over our words. And, well, what do you want, John? Well, I want a better life. No, we know what you want.
John is not wrapped tight. I love it.
Okay. J.A. said, the first one I meet is a legit 8 to 5, 10, can cook, is affectionate, loyal, humble, caring, and supportive. I'm good. Yeah. But, man, you're asking a lot, man. Ron Builder said, yes, I agree with General Boots.
I like that. General Boots.
Don't do it.
I'm going to start calling you
I've
that.
seen it my whole life. Small chance of success. It is, man. I told y'all guys, if I could do it all over again, I would have traveled more around here. I've never been single in the Philippines,
I haven't
guys.
either.
I've never been single here.
I haven't
Don't
either.
make that mistake.
At least I haven't been for more than a couple days.
Hey, thanks, Retard 2019. Calvin, stop sending your ex money. No divorce, no money. Yeah, but see, you got to understand.
If she goes on work for her food stamps, he's going to be paying
Yeah.
for it anyway.
I'm, legally responsible. That's one of the reasons she was able to get that visa. I signed a 10-year affidavit of support.
She gets 8A, what is it, 8A housing, you have to pay for that.
Yeah, Section 8, yeah.
Yeah, Section 8.
I don't have a choice, she's, Filipinos got this foolish pride. She's only going to ask me when she really, really needs it. And she really, really needed it. She emailed me the eviction, the letter they scare you. And I sent it to her because those guys, they're over there. She's just a piece of pussy to them over there. To me, she was my wife. I did everything.
After 10 years, that's a long time.
I showed her love and compassion and took her out of the damn gutter and gave her a better life. I can't get that through to her. I said, look, I can't tell you what to do. You're grown. But don't let them men just have their way with you for nothing. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. Main time, he says, hey, Mr. Sunshine, Mr. Moonshine, this is one of the many stars that truly enjoy you guys doing your thing. Check you out soon, Cal.
I hope so.
Philippines 23.
I hope so.
That's a good time. I use that Vietnam 2022 as kind of a gauge. It says probably when the Philippines go.
I hope so, because my visa's up at the end of March, and I'd like to get back in June. That'd be great.
But the Philippines is always proposing stuff. See, they're
They talk a
proposing
lot.
something else, guys, that, they're
We
saying
don't know.
they want to do like Singapore and all the rest of these countries and learn to live. They're going to, this was in the paper yesterday. Instead of looking at the COVID as a pandemic, they're going to treat it as an endemic.
How you live with it.
Meaning living with it.
The
Social
whole world's gonna have
distancing,
to.
personal hygiene, attack it like that instead of lockdowns and all that. See, but they're always proposing stuff, don't they, John? They never
They
gets past that.
They have bills that from 15 years ago they're still talking about.
Yeah, this is true.
I like
He
that.
says, Smoky Mountain Marla says,
like
you
that.
plan on marrying the Virgin Mary, Jay?
Well, then she would have one child, huh?
Yeah. Levon White, Smoky Mountain Marla, no virgins for me.
I agree with her, LeVon.
Yeah, I
agree 100%.
I'm going to tell you, man, that's overrated to me.
Oh,
I have
I
one
won't do
over
it
here.
again.
I never do it again.
I won't do it again either.
Hey, Philip Jones said, you guys have no idea what you will be in for your first 6 months. Would love to vlog about 5 of you. Would be a #1 comedy movie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, that's what my Boots on the Ground channel is about. I'm not an expert. I know it all over here, but I just don't want, I want to give people a general idea of what's waiting when they get in, John.
And maybe not make some of the mistakes you've made and I've made.
Don't get blindsided. But he's right. The guys who've never been over here have no idea what they're in for when they get over here.
It's an experience. It's great.
It's an experience.
It's great.
It's great at one end, but it's crazy at the other.
I agree.
Remember I told you, you said all that stuff that drives you crazy 2 years later.
Yes.
2 years later, you've been almost 3 years, and some of the stuff they do drives you crazy. I'm past that stage, guys, but you're going to be in that stage.
I mean, getting treated like a rock star for the first time in your life, it's great. It's great.
Yeah. King Arthur said, if she asked me what do I want, I would tell her I'm a pirate and I want your booty. Yeah. But we got to be honest and up front. Just know what you want, guys. You already know what they want, right?
Yeah.
They want a visa and a better life.
And maybe not even a visa, just a better
life. What
life.
do you want? Did you let her know and you let her know clearly, and you're not going to have any problems with that. See, that's why some guy was like, Calvin, how can you get on here and say the things you say and your girlfriend's sitting right behind you? Yeah, because she already knows. I already put it down.
Well, and I've had people say to me, hey, Janessa might be watching. We are very honest with everybody.
Yeah. There's don't come over here, let them know right up the bat. And of course, because guess what, guys? You're holding the royal flush. How many times I got to say it? What's she going to say? No?
And
okay,
then. And if she does, he said 1,000 more. There's more.
Yeah, there's more.
There's more.
Joseph T said the word simp is overused. Look it up. If you're not a simp to some degree in the Philippines, you're not going to do well with your Filipino.
I agree with that.
Come over on the red pill, but you stay on the blue pill. He's exactly right. I said this the other day. I said, because some guys, these red pill guys, these big macho guys, remember I told you, I said, they're making some kind of promise.
Yeah.
You're not going to be with Filipinos. You're going to promise something, okay?
And
you're making some kind of promise.
And a lot of guys say, I won't help the family. When you see them living in such poverty where they don't have enough to eat,
well, that's a red flag for the Filipino.
Yeah, yes.
But she's saying, okay, you don't want to help my family? We ain't going to be together long anyway. Soon as the ink dries on this visa, your ass is gone. Because I'm going to be working. I'm going to help my family.
And it don't take much to help out the family, $20 to $40 a week.
But they'll say anything till they get the tune-up.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the real tune-up.
And that's something else. It's a two-way street. Foreigners don't always treat Filipinos right either. I mean, it's a two-way street.
We went to Sapalay, not Sapalway, Sapalay. And the stories because these are some little cute island girls.
I saw them on your video.
And we were asking them questions. Do y'all see foreigners all the time? And they would, why had they dated foreigners? They said no, they were scared because of the treatment they saw some of the Filipinos get at that resort. They won't feed them.
I know you. That's crazy. How can you sit there and eat and not feed your Filipino? I mean, come on, guys.
They do all this stuff. They drunk. And they just do all kinds of stuff.
I'm glad I don't get drunk.
They bring that old behavior over here, okay, and think it's going to work in the Philippines. Hey, Road to the Philippines. Thanks for that super chat. He says, hey, guys, thanks for inviting me on your panel the other day.
I enjoyed it.
Much appreciated. I hit the 500 subscriber milestone. Yeah, it's a long way from where I want to be, but hopefully I'll make it there one day. We're going to help you, Danny. All you got to do is keep the videos coming. We're going to send people your way. Start having live streams, Danny. And you can piggyback off me because when guys get out here, they still want to talk.
A lot of them do.
It's early over there. A lot of these guys are retired.
Yep.
We just get their engines revved up, John. But yeah, Joseph T is exactly right. When you come over here, you're promising something, and you could do it. You can get away with anything for 2 weeks.
Oh, I agree with that.
You can be a 2-week player over here, but if you come over here for any considerable period of time, no, you're gonna have to be the blue pill for a little while.
And it's what you're after. I came here. All I wanted was one good woman. It took me a while to find one, but I got that.
Someone in Kentucky says, how many kids do you have, Mr. Calvin? Do you still support your wife? Absolutely. I've got 7 children. 4 by my first wife. And then I got 3 Philam children. My children in the U.S. are grown. My youngest is 18. She graduated from high school last year. She's really the only one I support over there. The other ones are grown with their own kids and family. Over here, I support all of my children. They're 10, 9, and Booby's 1. And, of course, I support my ex-wife. I told you that I just paid her rent. Those guys she's sleeping with over there and are not paying it. And I don't want, I'm responsible for her being over there. So that's the least I can do. I'm not going to see her struggle over there, really. It doesn't do me any good to see her struggle. I'm just kind of disappointed that, she won't help me in the way that only she could. But yeah, someone in Kentucky, yeah, I support her, But remember, all my kids came like this. I was 31, almost 32 before I had my first daughter. Rory Bellamy says, just imagine if the Philippines was like Guam, too late now. Yeah, I'm kind of glad it's not people would still be over here. But the infrastructure, Jay, would be, I can't get my hands together. The infrastructure, Jay, would be better. That's for sure. Because Jay's a big infrastructure guy.
And we're just picking on
Him
you.
and
You're
T.J. Johnson.
Yeah, you're good guys. Though.
Him and T.J. Johnson. I'm
We're
going to
just
pick with
picking at
T.J.
you.
Johnson. Imagine T.J. Johnson was on my channel and he said, yeah, because some guys want to know where's the nearest 4 and 5 star hotel. Really, T.J., you got that kind of money? We don't. We're regular Joes on my channel. I will stay in a $20
That's usually
pension
what I
house.
stay in.
And as long as it's got aircon, hot and cold water, and Wi-Fi, and cable for $20. Why do I want to spend all that money in the Philippines on a 5-star hotel? I won't do it.
I used to travel a lot with my job back in the U.S., and I'd always stay at Hampton Inns. They were, anywhere from $100 to $120 a night. These $20 a night hotels here, other than not sometimes not have hot water, are just as nice.
They're nice, man.
They're just as nice.
The people on my channel, I hope you're not coming here to stay in 4 and 5-star hotels and resorts. Yeah, that's okay to do every now and then. Maybe the first time you're here, but if you're going to be here for the long run, you don't want to do that, because you don't have to. I've done it for you. And I've learned, just like John said, that it's not much difference, guys, from a 5-star over here and a 3-star. You know what's going to make your hotel stay to 5-star? The woman you're with. That's going to it'll take it from the 1-star to the 5-star. Hey, Travel Mike, thanks for that super chat. He said, I plan to release my first video soon. Really, Mike, quit promising us this. How long has he been promising that, John? Before I travel and want to do some live streams from Nicaragua, he said, if anybody's interested.
I'm interested.
Hey, Kano, yeah. I'd like for him to do it because, he's going to be raw with his stuff. Efren Dunlap says, what's up, fellas? I want peace and relaxation.
You can find that here.
Pod and off the hamster wheel. What about a fresh start? Time to figure it out. Sights, better weather, endless beaches, endless possibilities there. Yeah, this is the place for it.
But the better weather, it is hot and humid here. Just, have your eyes open on that.
Yeah,
but it's wet right now.
But you got to realize at some point during the day, though, John, you get a relief from that about 5 o'clock.
Yes, you do.
From about 5 o'clock to about 7 o'clock the next morning, it's about as perfect of weather you're going to get.
Or you can go to the mountains. It's like 15 degrees cooler in the mountains.
Or, like he said, one of the endless beaches. Go to one of these beaches, get in the water. See?
I was out at that place by Small Fries a couple weeks ago. That water was hot.
Yeah,
I don't know what the temperature was. I'd say it was at least 110. I mean, it was hot. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I like it like that. There's a resort. Well, it's not really a resort. It's like a hotel in Ormond City, man. I was shocked. I thought they heated the pool, John. That's how hot the water was. It was the best swimming experience probably I've ever had in my life. Ormond City, guys. I can't think of the name of this place. But on my next live stream, I'll tell you.
What was the water like in the pool in the mountains?
Oh, my God.
Cold.
When we went to that La Vista Highland, it was cold, it was ice cold. Sammy Davis says, the woman you go to the PI to meet is not a perfect match for you. Throw her back. Your perfect chance around the next corner. Right. Yeah. And it's usually what's going to happen. I've had it, I'd say 4, serious relationships. John is, 7?
That was just in the Philippines.
Yeah, just in the Philippines. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Man, if you're fortunate enough to find that first one.
Then, my hat's off to you. That's good.
But even the ones that I see over here, like you talk about Bill. That's not his first one.
I know.
I thought you
no,
you weren't including him.
No,
but he's got a good one now.
Yes, he does.
But I'm saying, you may have to work up to that. Rock Harmon, I keep bringing up the good one he's got now. You work your way up to that because it's a lot of cultural differences over here. You're going to have to look a little bit further. One thing I can say about JH and what he said his qualifications, you got to look a little bit deeper than the looks.
Because
you got some lookers over here. And you guys talking about you haven't been with a 21, 22, 24-year-old. How long has it been? Guys, you don't know how exciting that is. You don't know how that feels. So when you get over here, you got to be careful because, man, you'll fall for the first one.
And she might not be a good one.
you're not going to know because
Takes time.
y'all think, people, there's a lot of tune-ups around. The guy says, hey, I'm going to have a Nicaragua tune-up. He said, I'll have the Costa Rica tune-up, this and that. There's only one Filipino tune-up, okay? I promise you that. Any and everything, okay? Doug Carr says, hello, I've been vacillating about starting a channel, but don't know what a slug like me trying to get to retirement so he can get to the PI alive and well. Well, Doug, all you got to do, don't make this thing any complicated than it is, John. It's just you turn on your camera, you talk about your life, and you upload it to YouTube or you have a live stream. It's no forms you got to fill out. There's no license you have to have. You just talk about your life. That's all I did. And for many months, I was just talking to myself. You see, it's 325 people on here. And my best video I would have been happy with 325 views.
I know.
You just got to work your way up to that.
I know 2 vloggers that live not very far from here. They'd be happy with that.
Yeah. But you have to, one thing I can tell you, Doug, is this. Talk about something that you can put your heart and soul in that you absolutely know 100% about. Who knows your story better than you? That's why I talk about my life over here. I don't really know nothing else over here, John, but my life over here. Hey, Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience said the Dream Team holding down another Friday. Are you going to be live after this, Pumpkin Joe? We can send them over to you if y'all want to talk about something. But remember, you got to say booty every now and then. Right, John?
Yeah.
Jesus is going to forgive you for that. Jesus created booty.
Well, booty's not a bad word.
It's not a bad word. Mommy, Ron, and Gabe says I'm not a troll. That's my ex-wife. We didn't say you was we didn't say you was a troll. We never said that. I said
hey, Mommy, Ron.
I said you're a good woman. I said more than once. What disappoints me is you won't help me in ways that only you can help me. I've never said you were a troll. I never said you did. I never talked down about you.
This might get interesting.
Somebody asked me, was you on her? I said, I'm sure she does. But no, she's not a troll, but only you can help me, but you won't. And after all I did for you, I just don't understand it. And I tell you that all the time. But no, she's not a troll. She's a good woman. We were together for 10 years, guys, 8 years of bliss. I never saw this coming. I never in my wildest dreams saw our separation and, pending divorce coming, man. But, it is what it is. He said, Earl Till said,
Marriage Council Live. I love it.
Yeah. Sam Champion says, King Arch says, Champion, I will be a young 67 in December. Most people I meet think I'm 50.
Oh, they'll tell you here, you look 40.
Yeah, you're going to look 40 then over here, buddy.
JH.
Jay says, remember, I'm the oddball. My requirements are deeper than 20-year-old tune-ups. Yeah, yeah. He said, Thailand spoiled me. Yeah.
It was the infrastructure.
Yeah, it was the infrastructure. But remember, be careful over in Thailand, man. G.W. Brewer says, I'm divorced and lost everything. Coming to the Philippines in February, March next year. I don't have any more savings, but I'll have steady income of $3,000 a month. Is that good enough to get started there? Yeah, absolutely.
And if you can save up a little bit before you get here.
Yeah, but $3,000, you're going to save a lot of money.
After you get here.
But
you'll need some money to buy a thing, to get set up too, though.
Yeah. If he bought $3,000 over here, nothing in my house costs more than $300. That's my rule. Only my computer. And if I'd have talked to you before I bought this,
you would have got mine.
It wouldn't even been that because you didn't pay $300 for your computer.
Actually, I paid $4 for it. It was $4. Well, but the same one on the Walmart website in the U.S. was $3. Some things are a little more expensive here.
Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Express says, yes, brother Calvin and John, 12 noon. Meme asked if you could place a link. Yeah, you can. Go ahead and place a link. at Pumpkin Joe's, because when we get off of here, we got about 30 more minutes. When we get off of here, y'all just going over to Pumpkin Joe's. But you got to talk about something, Pumpkin Joe's. Booty or something. No, I'm joking with you, man. Hey, Mr. MB61, he says, I've been here for 5+ years. And Filipinos are pretty unskilled tune-up techs.
But
Only
they're
one.
quick learners.
Yeah, I had skills, but she was unstable. Most are willing, but just don't have a skill set. Definitely wouldn't pay for it.
Well, you're going to pay one way or another, guys.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. But I'm saying it's the willingness that I like.
Oh, yes.
That's what I like. You don't have to beg and you don't have to plead and all that. And that's what Steele says, hey guys, plan to retire with the SRV after the country opens. Well, I wouldn't. If the country opens, you don't need the SRV.
But if he's looking at the military one, I think that's a good
If you're looking at the military one.
Yeah,
all these other ones, the Philippines came up.
50,000.
Philippines came up with this 36-month long-term stay visa, guys. So you don't need the SRRV. Why tie up that kind of money? You need it. When the country opens up, guess what? You stay here for 36 months. You leave for 1 day, and you return and come back and do it again. Yeah, she's talking to somebody. No, that's my other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Chris Rideout said, what are your thoughts on living in there for 6 months in U.S. each year?
That'd be great.
Well, see, actually, me and my ex were thinking about doing that, but I was so burnt out. And I'm going to put it on me right now since she's on here. I couldn't convince her how sick I was. I was really sick. To give up what I had over there to come over here, I was burnt out. I mean, I was earning good money. We had a great life, man. There's nothing we didn't do over there. There's nothing we didn't have. But I just got to the point where the hamster wheel was too much for me. It was that impending doom. It was just, I just felt that if I stayed there any longer, I was going to die. And I was right. Come on, someone in Kentucky. You must be a troll. You gone, man. Hell out of here. Yeah. Keeps on, talking about. Yeah, get out of here, man. Well, he says, I want to stay permanently and not get evicted. Well, you can still get evicted if you don't live up to the terms of that visa.
Or if you get in trouble with the law, they might boot you out.
Let me tell y'all about this SRV, this fancy thing. Go back and look it up if you think I'm lying. There was a time during this pandemic where even if you had an SRV, you couldn't get in here. Now imagine that. If you got 50,000, 20,000, even 10,000 in a deposit over an investment, and they tell you, oh, I'm sorry, we've suspended that right now. You can't get in here.
You got that money in the bank.
I would be pissed. Yeah, I think she did. Retired 2019. Said, Calvin, your wife fell in love with USA lifestyle. She did. And can you blame her coming from here to there? It's just the flip side of what happened to me. Okay. And she started meeting friends and, and everything like that. Okay. The problem was I couldn't convince her that, hey, I need a break.
I saw somebody ask about dentists and doctors here. These glasses here with the exam, the lens, the frames was less than $60. They're just as good as the ones I had in the U.S. Dental work is cheap here. The doctors might be lacking a little bit, though. They might.
Well, no, not the doctors. They got great doctors here.
Yeah, but if you can get in to see one.
Yeah, if you can get in and see one. Doug said, I don't see Calvin give up. No, I didn't give up easily. You got to realize, man, I was 55 when I got over it, Doug. That's 55 years of struggling and fighting and climbing up that mountain. And you got to understand something. Read the book. Remember, I always give y'all from time to time book reviews. There's a book. It's called Wake Up and Live. It's by Dorothea Brand. And she's telling people, get out of that routine that you're in. Most of us are stuck in a routine. She said, hey, if you live in the country, Come to the city for a little while. If you live in the city, go to the country. She says, eat at a restaurant you've never eaten before. Try some food, different food. She said, take public transportation to work one day. Take a different way home. You know, honestly, when you pull out of the factory parking lot, you go the same damn way home as you always do. You do that every day. She's saying wake up and live, man. And that's what I needed to do. It's not giving up. You know, it's trying something different. There's a lot of life out here, guys. Louisville, Kentucky, 334 square miles. Guess what? The earth, 197 million square miles, guys. You know, no, it ain't about giving up. It's about taking a break. See, that's what it's about.
Joe B asked if it's safe to walk the streets here at night. I would feel safe. There may be some places you don't want to go, but the crime here is so low.
And Lynn saying I don't want to be with him. Well, you know, what file for the divorce then? I've offered to pay for it. I mean, you know, I'm happy with my life now as well as Calvin is like now. That's true. We've been separated, guys, basically for 2 years, you know. It's not about all of that, you know, to be honest with you. We're beyond that. Well, somebody asked was she on her. I told her, yeah, she watches. I'm sure she does.
This is as good as the Dr. Phil show.
But the problem I have is, number one, my son down in Zamboanga City, see, he should be living here with me. Not a squatters area down there. Even though the mother loves him unconditionally, you got to realize the mother is 6. She'll be 60. She's raised her kids. She don't need to be raising somebody else's kids. Let me raise my son in a nice place. Okay, where he can go out and play basketball and all different things like that. There's no grass in the squatters area. It's a shithole, basically. And I'm saying that's number one. Number two, you could easily help me get back in here after all I've done for you, okay? But I'm through with that. You know, you go on about your business. You can, you know, don't talk to me on my live stream. I don't want to hear your voice anymore. Hey, David Masterson. Thanks for that super sticker.
Thank you, buddy.
You know what you're doing, trying to act like the victim. You ain't the victim. Hey, he says, where do you live?
San Carlos City, Negros Occidental.
About 4.5 hours. We're in a car about 4 hours north of Dumaguete, in a bus about 5.5.
And from Cebu City, it's only about, 3 or 4 going on a ferry and a bus.
About 3. And then McCall.
It took us an hour and a half to get there.
In a car.
The traffic was late.
Yeah.
And that was me driving.
And this is true right here. Philip Jones says, you want to live like a Filipino, make sure you drink at least 6 quarts of water a day. If you don't like water, stay in the U.S. I've never drank more water than I do now.
I drink up to 8 quarts a day. I mean, it's you'll die if you don't. You sweat so much.
That was my problem over in America. I didn't eat. I didn't drink enough water. Well, is that an approximate 197 million? What? Give them 60 more square miles. Come on, Anwar. Tom Kelsey says, John, a good driver. Well, he's nervous. He's like me. Because John took a wrong turn. Well, his girlfriend was supposed to have been with the
MapQuest.
But she didn't have it on. I'm like, well, why would you have a MapQuest and not have it on, John?
I think we had a communication breakdown there.
So John keeps straight when he should have made the left. He said, well, why don't you turn it on? He had to pull over to the side. He got out. No, you got out and smoked a cigarette. And I was like, it's going to be a long ride home.
But it wasn't too bad after that.
Well, your impatience. You go around them people. But,
driving here is something.
He got me here safe, but was I playing on the way back? Absolutely. I was.
John's enjoying us. Actually, I am, Gil.
Yeah. Harold Chill said, Cess is a super. What's that mean?
Yeah, where is Seth today? I haven't seen him.
JH Road to the Philippines. Danny, sell that second house, settle the CS issue, and get your lady in the PH. Yeah, he got to get over here. He did all that in 3 weeks, John, but he didn't get married. That's kind of shocking to me, Danny. You made all those videos, and he made a whole year's worth of videos in 3 weeks. You should have got married, man. You'd be over now.
But did he have time for a tune-up with all those videos?
That's what I asked him.
Did you ask him?
He said he did. Did you? He probably videotaped that too. I'm sure he did.
C asked why we both decided to live in San Carlos. My wife's from a small fishing village 24 kilometers from here, and it was the closest big city, and I really didn't want to live in the fishing village.
Yeah, and then it's because she lived here, but not only that, but this is a nice place.
Well, but I didn't know that coming
I didn't know it either.
But it is. It's
I
great.
fell in love with it. Okay.
It's clean.
But even though we were thinking about moving to Sikihor, right? Because that's the dream.
I've heard it's great there.
It is.
I've never been there.
I wanted to do that. But then I got to thinking, I was like, man, what if I move there and then I'm next door to some bad neighbors, maybe the crime. I don't know anything about Sikihor. If it ain't broke, guys, don't break it.
Well, San Carlos is
That's the
very
way
nice.
I look at it.
I've lived in 5 provinces. This is the best place I've lived.
I mean, it's just well managed, the place is. My tennis tournament started yesterday, guys. It went well, too. We lost, though, but I had a blast. I met the vice mayor. I met some pretty important people here in San Carlos that I probably see, all the time. I just didn't know who they were. A judge. I mean, they were real thankful that I had the tournament. It gives them something to do during the pandemic. But there was a lot of good games. It was 6 games yesterday.
And I'll say one thing about San Carlos. Their center mall up there, that park is great. It is really nice.
Alexander, the RP King, thanks for that super chat. He said, love the channel. I'm 5'2" in height. Question, do Filipino women care about height like American women? No.
Alexander, you're going to be tall here.
Just remember this. 18 to 80. Blind, crippled, or crazy. There's a Filipino over here for you, okay? That's a fact. Hey, all the way live. Thanks for that super sticker. Yeah. Okay, says Travel Vlogs on here then, y'all. Y'all talk to her. There she is. Hey, what's going on, Says? Some man on here called you a superstar. I hope your husband don't get mad at that.
Oh, if he's like me, he's proud of it.
Well, Jay, actually, I've got a video that gives you a tour of St. Carlos. I didn't go up in the mountains, but I even got videos for that. But yeah, if you send me your email, I'll send you a link. Here's my email. Send me your email. Because right now, even though Negros Occidental is opening up, we're still pretty much locked down. Oh, Oscar says, so Carol, when are you moving to your new house? I've got to wait on the electricity, Oscar. It's crazy. But I do. It's just the cost of doing business over here. People always say, oh, it's like that all over the world, man. This is a unicorn place over here.
For anything you want to do like that, it's a long process.
For anything, John. It's not like everywhere. If it was like everybody else, I wouldn't be here. I mean, they're always saying, oh, it's like that everywhere.
No, it's slower here.
It's like that everywhere in the world.
So much paperwork.
That's their favorite.
Yeah, so much paperwork.
She says, are there many foreigners in our area? Do you stand out in a way they can sometimes be a nuisance? No. First of all, yeah, there's quite a few here.
There's, I guess,
more than I thought.
2 to 3 dozen, but you don't see them that often.
But we never stand out in a way that can sometimes be a nuisance. See, they're not going to bother you here. They're not going to bother you here, so it's never going to be a nuisance. They're not going to bother you here. Well, Gil said, what's the average height of Filipino women? I think it's 5 foot.
It's probably about right.
Because Filipinos are the second or third shortest people in the world.
I'm 5'10". I very seldom see a woman taller than me.
Yeah, he said 5 foot.
Probably right.
Yeah, I didn't realize that's how shorter my girlfriend was than me until I saw a picture of us. I was like, wow, I didn't know you was that much shorter than me. She said, and see, I'm 5'8" on my best day. Hey, thanks, Boston Naughty, for that super chat. He said, hey, Calvin John, how can Danny get married in 3 weeks? His girlfriend already married with 4 kids. She needs to file divorce first. Okay, so I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
And,
that could take years.
And that's none of my business, really. I didn't know that, though, but I just thought, But you got to realize, guys, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Beauty's in the eyes of the beholder and all that other stuff. And it works over here, too. It's all about compatibility. If you come over here and you're looking for a good-looking woman, yeah, you're going to find one. But is she compatible?
You don't know.
You don't know. That's the key, though. Is she compatible? And that's what's going on. Mr. Vegas said Filipinos generally the flattest women in the world too, which doesn't bother me much. Yeah,
don't bother me.
They have the tiniest breast in the world. The itty bitty titty committee. Even though my ex-wife, she's still on her. I told y'all she'd be on her, didn't I?
Yes,
y'all think I'm joking, man? I know what I'm talking about. I know where them thumbs down. I'm like, I got a thumbs down before the live stream even comes on. I'm like, who would thumbs down me building a house?
Now today though, you had 2 thumbs up before it even started because I put one of them on there. Somebody else did too.
Okay, this is a good question, John, right here for you.
Okay.
What does Moonshine do from day to day?
I do spend some time on the computer. I don't get drunk every day, believe it or not. I walk a lot, like go to the store or someplace about every day and try to get a little bit of walking in. I go to the village a lot, and that's basically it.
A few tune-ups here and there, don't you?
Oh, well, yeah, but that goes without saying.
Yeah. Jay said, good on you, Danny. Hate to see good people in tough situations. Yeah. He's going to eventually win out, though, guys. I promise you that. He is a good guy. And, it's just how it is sometimes when he's got a lot of stories to tell. He can help a lot of people with his situation. I didn't know he was married. Yeah. That would be something you should make a vlog about if you haven't already. So he says you would stand out in miles at 6'2". Believe it or not, there's tall Filipinos.
A few, and I've seen more in San Carlos with some of the men. A lot of them are taller than me. That I've seen more than I did like in the Northern Mindanao. Northern Mindanao, I was a giant at 5'10". But here I'm not a giant.
You're going to see Chinese here. You're going to see Japanese here. You're going to see, but yeah, you're basically going to be looking down on everybody. But, I mean, it's just not something that they really spend a whole lot of time thinking about, John.
Now, I saw over at Gasano Mall a couple years ago before pandemic, there was a guy, he had to be 6'4", and his wife couldn't have been more than 4 or 5, or his girlfriend, and that looked odd to me. I got to be honest.
He said he's 5'10", my wife's 4'8". Well, I got a subscriber named Jean and her husband. She's like 3'9".
Oh, my.
And he's 6'1" or 2". And she took me a picture of their wedding picture, man. That was kind of strange. I said, yeah, wild enormous can take 5 years. Some of them can, if you're having problems like that.
I'll say, well, our friend with not contested at all took 4 years. So.
Yeah. It's just so much paperwork over here. Believe it or not. Retired 2019 said, Calvin, how far are you from Cebu? I'm about 3 hours.
The city.
Yeah, the island. The island, I'm 45 minutes by fast crowd. From Cebu City, I'm about 3 hours. About 2.5 hours on a good day.
And that's riding a ferry and a bus.
Yeah. And so, can you do the moonwalk, John?
No, but I'm going to have to practice that.
Okay, Buffalo Dan says, my wife says she was 5'1" in the immigration at the U.S. Embassy. Told her she's 4'9".
It depends on who's measuring you. I've been as tall as 5'12", but I'm not. I'm about 5'10".
Okay, now I like Bahal. He says,
I've never
David Ayala said, I'm moving to Bahal soon. Can't wait for the type of living I'm from Connecticut, USA, and grew up in the woods living off the land. Do you think it would be good foot? Just asking. Yeah, Baja is an island, and it's a lot of province.
Say it looks like a small island from the map.
Yeah, it's a lot of province in Bohol, but you will like Bohol. I really like it. We always go to Panglao, Alona Beach, Tangbalan. But everybody that I've talked to that's ever lived in Bohol said they liked it.
I see Zorba Dundee on here. I've missed you for the last week or so. I'm glad to see you back.
He says, what are you boys drinking today?
I got water here. I had some tonic water and some vodka in it, but it's gone.
Tom said, can you ride a bike, John?
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I tell you, cycling is huge here.
Yes, huge.
Every time I go to the mountains, I see many people cycling there.
Yeah.
My wife's always trying to steal a couple inches. I like that.
Yeah. A guy says, Sestra Vlog says she lived in Bohol.
Okay. She can answer that better than us, probably. Then.
Yeah. John B says, Joe B says, when I get there, I'm going to treat you both to a crazy night on the town. Well, it won't get too crazy.
It won't get too, not here.
We'd have to go to Bacala. We're driving down to Bacala, John. Sestra Vlog says, I like Bohol, but I prefer living here in Negros Island.
Really?
Are you from Negros Island? Is that where you're from, Sess? Let us know. Let me give me a water, John.
Well, now, Dumagetti, in my opinion, is different than...
No, I'm coming.
Okay. Dumagetti's different, in my opinion, than the rest of the island of Negros. Even it's different than Bacolod. It's different than San Carlos, of course. Okay, what else we got here?
Well, you can just hit show, and the show will come up.
Mr. C says, for me, a crazy night on the town ends about 8. Well, they roll the streets up here at 9. And, right now, the curfew is 9. But even before then, this is not a party town. It's nice, peaceful, quiet. It's a good place to live. If you want excitement, you don't want to come here. I had one here, but there we go. Well, if I can get it. Well, I say what? I got to get it right on the X. Okay, Calvin and John, when you guys over there during the big earthquake. Now, I have not felt, I've been living here in San Carlos for over 2 years now. I've only felt 2 earthquakes, and they were very minor. The second one, my wife was in the shower. I felt it. I was sitting at the kitchen table, and I felt it a little bit, but she didn't even feel it. Now, when I was in Southern Lady, we had a big earthquake. That was my first earthquake. I tell you, I had drank a small glass of beer. I got up to go to the refrigerator to get another glass. Something happened. And at first I thought, well, I can't be drunk. I only had 1 glass of beer. Well, then I thought maybe I was having a stroke or something because, it was pretty rough. But then my girlfriend came out with a child under each arm saying, get out of the house. So that was my first earthquake.
Yeah, I was over here doing the big earthquake. And the first earthquake I felt I was in Cebu, Moncton, as a matter of fact. It was on either Christmas or New Year's. And, it was a big one. And I also felt the aftershock. But, yeah, I was here when that happened in Bohol. But I was living in Cebu. And I saw the damage. So I think that was like 2011.
Okay, so I wasn't here then.
Yeah. Well, over here, no, in San Carlos City. You said that you occasionally experience typhoons or other natural disasters.
The only thing we get here is rain from the typhoons, and we've got quite a bit of that. But we're in the central Visayas on the western side. The mountains of the other islands take care of all that for us. And that's something while we're talking about that, there's some places, Samar and some other places, the eastern part of these islands, I would not recommend settling there.
What's your email, John? John C. Wells Jr. You want to put that one?
I believe that.
At Gmail, yeah. There you go. Cockanormous.
Yeah. I'm not even going to start on that.
Yeah. Okay, he says, still says, I like San Juan.
I've never been there.
I've never been up there. That's up north, John. But I've got a couple of, well, there's a guy who does a vlog up there. I think it's called San Juan La Union Vlog. Is that where a lot of the, what do you call it? The surfboarding, the surfing
maybe
goes on up there. Okay. Michael Dorsonville said, we built the house in Duval City, best place to
I've
live.
heard it's nice there.
Hands down, yeah. Yeah, I like Duval, but I would, and you know, you like it there, yeah. I would, it's not my favorite place.
I say I've never
but
been
it's
there.
nice.
I live in
enjoy
Northern
it.
Minden now. I liked it there.
Yeah, Duval's going south.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Duval. G. Rich said Duval floods a lot. Is that true, Michael Dorsonville? Yeah, J.H. said, build that wall strong and high. Keep the stalkers and dirty apples out of your new house, Cap. Yeah. Well, he gave me a great design for the fence, man, you know.
I like the one here. It has arrowheads on the top.
Yeah, I told him to put something like that, but you know what he said? He said, no, don't make it round like that. Make it straight across like that. He's got some ideas, and it looks good. Road to the Philippines says there was an earthquake when I was there in 2019 on Island Mindanao. I think it was caused when I was getting my oil changed the first time I went for my inspection. Yeah, tell them about that, Danny. Bear witness to that. Gil Bellamy says earthquakes often in the Philippines in certain areas, mainly down where Michael Dorsonville is talking about in that Davao Oriental place off the sea there. They get a lot of earthquakes out that way.
I was told Southern Lady has one about once a month, but you know I was there for 3 or 4 months. I only experienced the one.
Gary T said, "Can you give an update on Angie?" Yeah, she just when I went to see her and did that video, it was on a Sunday. She had just come back from chemotherapy that Friday, but she's just at home resting. And yeah, she told me that she's received some financial help from my viewers. But when you send her the code, you also got to send her the name and your telephone number and city. But yes, I thank everybody. I think my last video, I'm sure I did.
Well, I'm glad to see.
Yeah, but it's really no update. I mean, she's got stage 2B cancer. You know, I mean, if I go over there tomorrow, she's going to have stage 2B cancer, John. If I go there Monday, she got stage 2B cancer. But I'd say maybe in another month or so, month or two, you know, we're trying to, you know, alleviate some of the things that we have in our control. If we give her a little financial situation, maybe it'll take the stress off her. Maybe it'll help her heal. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But I know that a lot of it is up here, guys. That's why they give you those sugar pills at those. See, I used to travel around the United States. I should do those laboratory
with
tests.
the placebo effect?
And all of that. Yeah, that's the placebo effect. If you think you're taking the medicine, sometimes you get better. Sometimes you get better than the people who are actually taking the medicine.
I will say, Gary T, it's good to see you here. Quite often he'll say, you know, I missed the live stream. I hope it was fun. He's been with us a long time. We appreciate you.
Yeah, Road to the Philippines said, seriously, there was an actual earthquake while I was there. It killed a couple of people. Yeah. Yeah, because see, that's where she lives, right, Danny? Down by the Val somewhere. David Ayala said, what to Antipolo, Manila before Corona. And I moved my girlfriend back to her family in Bohol. We're going to USA once travel restrictions are good to get married. Can I build a decent house for $30,000? Yeah, I'm sure you can. Especially in Bohol. I'm sure you can.
I mean, you see what Calvin got for $20,000. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure you can because, like I said, but you don't want to go anywhere near Pang Lao and those touristy areas. You want to stay away from that. Jay said, Calvin is the father of myself. Being a few hours away from your boys in different directions has to be tough. It would be great to have them both over for at least barbecues and holidays. Yeah, now, you know, you got to realize pre-pandemic, I was seeing my kids like every 2
Well,
weeks.
you got stuck down there.
I was stuck down for 6 months with my son. And the one in Cebu, we go like every 2 weeks or something like that. But now that it's the pandemic and all these crazy lockdowns over here, it's hard to see him. I'm closer to my son in Zamboanga because I raised him. My son is 10 years old. I'm his idol, but I didn't raise him. He was about 2 years old when we split up.
Mark Richard, John, how's Dumaguete different from the rest of the island? It is westernized. You don't get the rock star treatment there. I was there a month or two ago, and there's just so many foreigners. You're not a big deal there, and but you can get things. There are things available there that you can't get anywhere else on the island. So it's
that's John's view of it. I love Dumaguete. I'm gonna tell you why. It's got that holiday feel to it. Okay, I still get the rock star treatment. When I got my bad haircut, that's the reason why I'm bald, by the way. It was in Dumaguete. And I like going downtown.
The boulevard's nice.
I like going downtown, not the boulevard, where all the stores and stuff are around by the Robinson. And I'm going to tell you, man, some nice looking women in Dumaguete, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell
that's
you.
everywhere here.
Yes, everywhere here, but I mean, we're talking about Dumaguete, though. I like Dumaguete. But believe it or not, it's more people in St. Carlos than Dumaguete, only because the borders of St. Carlos stretch so far. But they're like night and day. Dumaguete's built for the tourists, and St. Carlos City is just basically built for the locals. There's no tourist activity at all here.
Somebody wrote that there's 4,000 foreigners at any one moment in Dumaguete. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that's a lot.
Yeah, but it's big enough to absorb them. Whenever I go to the mall, see in Dumaguete, it's not that you don't get the rock star treatment. It's more, the women are a little bit more aggressive there because they're used to being around foreigners, and they see the good life that a lot of them see. That can work to your advantage where a lot of foreigners are, guys, especially because they're seeing the good life that these Filipinos are living with their foreigner. So they're more apt to say, hey, I'll try to date a foreigner. TLM says it's possible to build a home for $15,000. Of course it is. But is it going to be? It depends on where you build it, what type of house, how big it is. But of course it is. That's a lot of money for the typical Filipino over here. Did you see those two houses that I told you? When the engineer told me my house was going to be 52 square meters, I said, man, I thought it was going to look like those two houses over there. Those houses are probably $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 at the most. I was just looking in the Cebu Daily Times yesterday, where a guy, some man, an older senior citizen guy, he was just donated a $400,000 home, 400,000 peso home. So that would be 8,000, and it's nice, man. Go on there and look at that, and you'll see. Of course, you can. Rose Philippines says, yes, sir. She lives in the province area of Matanao on the island of Mindanao, south of Davao. Yeah, well, she's getting that information then. But no, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about the sugar tablets. We're talking about
your mind
and how it works to help you heal.
Yes.
If you think that something that you're taking is working, it's probably going to work. My mother died of lung cancer, and the doctor told me, really, it's what he told me. He said, Calvin, I wasn't the only one in there, but he said, Calvin, he said, your mother should be dead. The chemotherapy is what kills us, John. It's not the cancer. Chemotherapy kills us. He said, as much chemotherapy as we've given your mother, she should be dead. She's holding on for some reason. And I knew what it was. She was waiting for my sister from Alabama
To get up to see her.
to get up to see her. And then once my sister got there, that was it. She transitioned. But the mind is a powerful tool that a lot of us don't even use, to be honest with you. A lot of us don't even. Yeah, guys, smash the like button, Daryl Fulmore said.
Now we got 316 watching. That's pretty good.
Yeah, J.A. said, okay, we're going to get a whole tuna in Lechon for the entire country. Sunshine Shoulders meet and greet post-COVID. Yeah, that'd be nice. And they got them here, man. You go down to Zamboanga, you will see those big, huge tunas, man. Because, you know, Zamboanga is known as like the tuna capital of the Philippines.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They got a lot of tuna factories there, too.
Yeah, Jeff Dingle got a question for us. I don't know that area.
And he says, hey, Calvin and John, what do you think about Aerotal? I said, I
never
don't know that area. I think that's up in Luzon. Oscar says, hey, Calvin, have you ever thought of letting your hair grow back? Maybe you can get back to what it was now. No, it won't grow back. I told you, when somebody cuts your line back way back here with a straight edge, no, that's not coming back, Oscar. I wish it was. I've tried everything, but it won't. Okay, yeah. And he says, no, Jensen is the tuna capital. Okay, thank you. But I know Zamboanga is known for tuna. They got like...
Would be yellowfin tuna. That's what I've seen.
When I lived there, they got like 3 or 4 factories right there that process tuna. And if you go to the market, you'll see these big, gigantic tuna.
Joe B, guys, what about entertainment in San Carlos? This is it. We make our own entertainment.
Yeah. Now, I you got me on that one.
Yeah, we make our own. This is our.
But there is a kitty cat place, John said.
Yes, there is.
Pre-pandemic, right?
No, it's still open.
Well, if you want to go in there and get the COVID,
yeah,
probably
hair club.
Because I doubt any of them women in there probably had the vaccine. Yeah, Buffalo Dan said, I heard Calvin say Ricky was showing up like Brother Man from Martin. Yeah, he, and like I said, I helped Ricky because of his kids.
You did the best you could.
Yeah, I did the best I could. Last night he pissed me off. He come over here about 7 o'clock, pitch black. He's with some other shady looking guy, and he's got some prescriptions in his hand. Claimed that he was in an accident.
When I saw him picking through my garbage the other day.
It's got drug addict written all over. He don't realize he's talking to a recovering drug addict. I've come up with every story you can come up with. And he made me so mad, but I said, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I gave him 500 pesos, which, by the way, is a lot of money.
Yeah.
I said, here, you take this 500. My girlfriend standing there. She was
a lot of people don't make that in a day.
In 2 days here.
Or 2 days.
I said, I don't want to see your face again. I said, you get into that pedicab that we bought you, and you get out there and you work for your wife and your kids. I said, but don't come over here with no more sad stories. Good. We're not stupid, Rick. Talking about he needs some prescriptions. He just got out of the hospital. Well, how'd you get out of the hospital? You can't get out of the hospital unless you pay. So how'd you get out of the hospital, Rick? Oh,
OSC Mont, John, how do you know the place is still open, you naughty boy? I walk by it every day. I talk to the girls. I wave at them.
Joe B said, would you be buddies here in the U.S.? Probably, yeah, because I'm just one of them type of guys. I'm an introvert. John's like an extrovert.
I've been called an introvert.
I'm not one of them confrontational types. I get along with a lot of people. As a matter of fact, my family, I came from a family of 6 boys and 3 girls. We had the house, you know that house that every neighborhood has where everybody goes over there. That was our house. It's just how it is.
Well, I mean, face it, you already had 9 kids there. What's a couple more, really?
Yeah, and my mother wasn't, strict like everybody else. My mother was about as common sense as anybody. She told you right from wrong. If you wanted to go out there and mess up, because she used to tell my brother and them, she said, look, if you go to jail, I'm not bailing you out. And she meant it. She didn't have no money to bail them out. Yeah, well, that's what I basically did last night. I gave him that 500 pesos, and I said, look, you get in that tricycle we bought you, and you get out there and work. Because I'm going to tell you, not tricycle, but pedicabs, I respect them totally, man.
Oh, I do too.
I never give them 7 pesos is what they charge, or 6 or whatever it is. I always give them 20, 30, man. These guys is out there hustling. We bought you that pedicab. We paid for your license. We paid for 6 months rent. We give you 1,000 pesos worth of groceries every 10 days or so. What else can we do for you, man? And you keep showing up over here with these stories. And I'm just telling, last night, it was just too much, man. I was like, no, man, take this 500, don't show up over my house ever again. If you do, you show me the money you made from that pedicab, I'll match that, but don't show up over my house no more. Paul even said, be careful, my brother. Sometimes the people you help will be the people
I know personally. I think you're saying just be careful. It'll turn on you.
Yeah, but that hasn't been my experience over here. There's something going on with Ricky, okay? This and drugs.
Well, my wife thought it was mental issues, but I'm with you. I've been around drugs enough. I agree.
I've been around drugs enough. Whenever you come up, it's not like he's just showing up, guys. He's showing up with a story every time. He sounds like me when I was on crack. Hey, mama, I didn't get paid this week. They paying us every 2 weeks now. Can you loan me? And then my mother say something like, boy, you've been at that job for 5 years. They pay you every Friday. And I'll get there arguing with her. No, mama, they're going to pay us every 2 weeks now. The check machine broke and all of that. Now this
Not always,
but there's some truth to this. He says, Mike said, that's why I say it's hard to help Filipinos. Once you help them, they'll expect it. It's not that they're going to expect it, but they will. Somebody told me they have a pirate smile. That's what it's like. It's like they're happy, but it's like, yeah, come on in here. We're going to take advantage of you, But it's really not. I would be generalizing if I said that, because the overwhelming majority of people that I've helped over here are good people. And remember my saying, guys, Sunshine Show, if we help enough people, we're going to help the right people. I don't know who,
Gail's a prime example. She's opened a business and everything. And
if you help enough people, you're going to help the right people. See, once the money leaves my hand or the help leaves my hand, John, it's not my business now. Paul Smith said, how does Rick know where I live? Well, that's really a good question, to be honest with you. But I think he was, when we put them in that apartment, he came looking for us. Well, in the Philippines, remember, there's no address or anything. So
he doesn't even have a street name on it.
Yeah, there's no street name or anything. So what they'll do is they'll say something like, where's that that bald-headed black man live around here?
I guarantee you, we always say keep a low profile. Within a week of me living where I'm living now, people in a 20-kilometer radius knew there's a red-headed white foreigner over there.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as, you don't want to go out there arguing and fighting with people.
But it's still, they know.
Yeah, Ricky, that's how they find your address here. They'll say, the woman that drives the red motorcycle and has the little baby booby. They'll say stuff like that. That's how he found out. Iskandar television said bar girl equals COVID-19 and
if you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
You're lucky.
He's definitely running game, but at some point, like I said, I learned it a long time ago, man. Remember the Filipino shuffle? He poured it on me before, but all the other times when I'm helping him, it's for them little girls. I knew Ricky, what he was up to a long time ago. But that's why I do my spin wheel, Frank, because I don't know the right people to help from the wrong people to help. I don't know that. So that's why I do the spin wheel. I like to help people indiscriminately. Every now and then, I'll raise my head above the radar and say, hey, Ricky and Violet, hey, Angelica, hey, Donna.
You saw 2 infants living under a tree.
That's right.
That's what you saw.
No, I'm not. I'm sorry. Me and John are different on that. He said, Cal, you're doing too much. Be like John. No, because me and John live 2 different lives. I've got a different template for surviving and succeeding in the Philippines. John has his own template of what he does. I was raised a different way. I'm not going to walk past too much suffering, man. While I'm sitting around living my best life, no, I'm sorry. Even though I'm not responsible for that. I'm going to do something. I'm going to get involved because somebody helped me, man. See, John doesn't have that experience. I had 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot slipping, and unknown strangers helped me. They said, hey, if you want some help, we can help you. Okay? And so now, Rossonati, I can never repay. I'm alive today because of what these people did for me. I can never repay them. So no, I'm not doing too much. I'm not doing enough.
And now I help people, but I have to get to know them, and I do it differently.
Yeah, he just has his own way.
We're just different.
But see,
I'm not saying one way is right or wrong.
He says might have to let DSWD take the kids. But here's what I'm saying. They've already tried to help Violet and Ricky and people like that. They don't, that's that foolish pride. A lot of them, they don't have the discipline to stay there long enough to receive the help. Imagine you jonesing, you want to hit a shabu. You're not sitting around in that place. You running around out here. It's easier. They think it's easy. They think begging is easy in their mind. For you to sit out here in this hot ass sun and begging strangers all day long. They think that's easier. It's not. It's harder. That's hard work. And I say, hell, you might as well get a job.
Yeah.
That's hard work. Calvin, I remember you getting upset with a guy that said Ricky was seen smoking. Looks like he was telling you the truth. Well, see, he's lying. He didn't see Ricky smoking nothing. That's why I was mad. And at that time, I was early on. I was giving people the benefit of the doubt, KC. A broke clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
Okay? But he's lying. He didn't see Ricky smoking no shabu. If he was in the shabu place smoking with him. They don't sit out in the middle of the street. This ain't America.
I'll get you a bullet.
Yeah, this ain't America, KC. Now you don't forget where we are. All right.
That song's not that bad.
Well, see, here's the thing about this. He said, "I let my Filipino wife pick out the people to help." Guess what? They won't help. Yeah, they won't help not one fucking person. Okay, all of them.
Or somebody,
this one in here gets mad. Every Filipino I've been with, they get mad when you help like that. So no, I don't put it in their hands. I do all the helping here. It's my money. It's our money. That's if you help enough people, guys, you can't get stuck on, am I helping the right people? Now, if you help enough people, you're gonna help the right people, man. Guys, y'all just don't. It's what you don't see here. Okay. That will surprise you. Man, we help a lot of people, man. Some people come to me crying, thanking me for the help that we've given them. Y'all don't see it. I don't put that stuff on video.
I've had people come to me, recognize me from this channel to tell Calvin.
Imagine, we talking about Rick.
4 or 5 dudes.
I have to say, okay, I was wrong about Rick. But I wasn't wrong about them little girls.
And you gave them more than what they had for, even though it might have been.
But I wasn't wrong about those little girls. They're helpless. They're defenseless.
They did nothing wrong.
They keep putting it on Rick. Y'all missing it. I already told you. I stopped helping Rick and Ballard a long time ago. I'm helping these little girls. Don't miss that point, guys. But no, I don't let my Filipino wife do nothing. Because if I did, we wouldn't give away 1 peso. When I started Sunshine Shoulders down in Zamboanga, she told me, you crazy. What are you doing giving away 1,000 pesos a week? I said, well, I got a vision. I'm not going to sit around here in this squatters area watching these people starve. I'm sitting up here eating 3 meals a day, in the whole 9 yards. I'm not going to do it. And, the rest is history. Probably prison. Prison's the treatment.
Yes, probably is. But then when he gets out, he'd probably just go back anyway.
Now, do they have AA meetings and stuff in the Philippines? Yeah, but, drinking is like a cultural thing for them. And that's, really what it is. Buffalo dancing, KC knows prison or bullet.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, nothing really happened, with Ricky. We may have corrupted him. We gave him a lot of money. We gave him a lot of money. We gave him a lot of help. We were doing what we thought was the right thing to do, Malcolm Magnificent. But now all of a sudden, he's showing up every day with a story. Well, I'm talking about every day.
He brought you a ticket for smoking cigarettes. If you're struggling that much, you shouldn't be smoking.
No, but he gets, because in Philippines, basically no smoking.
Yes.
You can't smoke.
San Carlos, can't smoke.
You can smoke in your own yard in different places, but different businesses.
Actually, I was out on the second story balcony of my apartment, and some people from Barangay was there. My neighbors saying, "Put the cigarettes away, put them away, John."
Yeah. But no, nothing really happened to Rick. His wife seems to think it's mental. I think it's a combination.
And it probably is a combination.
But I'm just going to help as many people as I can. Once it leaves my hands, it's none of my business, really. But let me see. I forget. I missed something. Yeah, Michael Dawson, he said, keep doing what you're doing, Cal. We're blessed every day. Absolutely. It's just like, I'm just not going to do that. It's hard for me to sit back and watch people struggle like that. And that's how I got started. And I'm going to continue to do it as long as I'm here. Hey, Pumpkin Joe's Philippines says, we're back, Calvin. We just set up.
You trying to kick us off?
Yeah. We got about 8 minutes, man. We'll be out here. But Pumpkin Joe's got that big, expensive setup. Now, I hope they turn your volume up, man, okay? When you were on the panel the other time, I got a lot of feedback. They were saying, man, Pumpkin Joe has that big, expensive setup, but we couldn't hear him.
Pumpkin Joe, I thought you were sitting on a lawnmower or a garden tractor. I didn't know what you were sitting on. And I was sober. They were never smoking in the open. Actually, I do, and I've been warned once.
No, he's talking about Shabu.
Oh, Shabu. I hope not.
Yeah, no.
That'd be stupid. Now, I guess prior to the crackdown with this last administration, my wife said it was bad.
See, he's telling the truth right here, Buffalo Dancing. Facts. Other than my wife, mother, and father, my wife is Scrooge McDuck. It is, man. This is what I've seen. There's really no compassion over here for a lot of times. But I'm going to be honest with you. The young lady I'm helping with the cancer, before she got sick, she was going around. She got a group of people, and they were there when I was there. And they were going around giving rice, and because she's heavy into the church.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like a little church group. I think it's Couples with Christ or something like that. Yeah. See, this is true.
There's some truth to that.
Yeah. There's some truth to this. But you gotta realize, guys, this is a whole different world over here. This isn't Louisville, Kentucky. You can't just go down, to the St. Vincent de Paul for a meal, a hot shower, and a change of clothes.
We can't even get a hot shower in your house or my apartment.
I mean, it's a totally different world over here. And when I tell you that, I think it kind of bounces off them. They can't really imagine. There's no safety nets over here. So their thinking is, if I help him, that's less I've got. They don't realize there's a law of compensation that operates in the universe among many laws. They don't believe in that because they're saying, hell, I only got a little. That's the whole point. I'm not even religious, but the more I think about it, that was that point of that. I'm not even going to talk about it. I don't want to get
politics.
that. I don't want to get that religious
race,
stuff
lay
started.
out all that.
He said Pumpkin Joe can fly a drone. He only crashed one.
Well,
Yeah, he said. RLB always said we want Pumpkin Joe. The next panel can't hear clearly the last time. Yeah, he got that big expensive setup.
and Lynn, I think you're right. She says to Tito, it's probably because they don't have much to give, and there's some truth to that too.
Yeah, but what little you got. But believe it or not, though, that's what keeps this society going. They do help each other. But
The families do.
It's mostly family, the
families
friends,
do.
the neighbors like that, okay? Because that's what really keeps a lot of this on track, Lynn, is they help each other. It's just stuff we don't see.
Hey, Cano, he's got a good one there. He says it's illegal to give to beggars. They do have laws on the books for that. Is it enforced? I haven't seen it enforced.
It's not enforced.
It's not enforced.
But remember, when you give money like that, that's why I really stopped giving money.
I give food. I don't give money.
Because you don't know the money's going to. But remember, when it leaves your hands, guys, it's none of your business.
But I just
What
give
happens?
food.
You've already done it.
I just give
You've
food.
already put the law in effect. You know, it may even be why I'm still alive today. I don't know, because your reward is going to come from some unexpected source. You know, you never know when it's going to come. It's usually from somewhere you never least expected. And it's 100 times, 1,000 times. Imagine, man, when I was cooped up in a squatters area down in Zamboanga City, when the idea came to my mind, I seen a little 4-year-old boy begging, going door to door begging for food. I said, man, I've got to do something. I'm going to create this spin wheel. I'm going to create Sunshine Shoulders. That's how I got started. Imagine, I'm down there and I'm coming out of my pocket with 1,000 pesos every week. My wife at the time says, you can't sustain that. You're going to go broke. I said, well, I'm going to try. And guess what? 1 year later, 13 years later, I'm sitting on $1 million house over there. Had no idea, guys. I'm sitting at I'm sitting at 4 million views on YouTube, 22,000 subscribers, 300 people watching me right now. Never in my wildest dreams, but I knew about the law of compensation. Some people don't understand the law. Some of us stumble on it, you know, accidentally. We'll help a friend, help somebody. Next thing you know, we get hit with a windfall. It's an irrefutable law, guys. I hate to tell you that, but so few of us practice it because we're selfish. Just like Lynn said, we think, oh, I ain't got enough. If I give you something, then that's less that I have. No, that's more eventually. But that's how it all got started, guys. Yeah, that's because this is a unless you get in that military SRV, Philip.
And I agree with that.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
I think so.
You know, this is a special place, but it ain't no special for you to be spending $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 to get in here.
I wouldn't.
What's that point of that?
I wouldn't.
I mean, y'all, you know, my thing is, all things being equal in it's post-pandemic, come on over here. But don't jump through no hoops and all of that. Look, guys, let me remind you, John, let's do this before we get off here.
Okay.
3 foreigners just got turned away at the damn airport. One American, one German, one Australian, trying to get here on some bullshit that they done saw on another channel. Talking about this online marriage stuff and, oh, I'm married to a Filipino. All I got to do is show up with my certificate. Yeah, and your ass got sent right back to America and back to Germany and back to Australia. Quit jumping through hoops to get over here. This place is going to open up. You're going to need that money. Okay, now, if you got that kind of money to throw around,
Yeah.
do it. Why not? Most of my viewers don't have that kind of money. No, I hate to tell you. Joe B says, you think Manny would be a good president? Absolutely not. He's not going to make it past first base.
I'll stay out of politics.
Yeah, I'll stay out of
here.
politics, but no. I mean, it's just a general question.
Yeah, I know.
Look, I don't care if you're in the Philippines, America, wherever, but they make the same promises.
And don't
If
keep
you heard the promises in
Don't
America,
keep 'em.
you've heard them here. Oh, we're going to get rid of corruption. Obama says. Obama says that. Then here comes Trump. I'm going to drain the swamp.
The swamp's
You
still
know,
there.
it's still there. Here goes Biden, and then here goes Duterte. I'm going to get rid of corruption. It's still there. He's embroiled in a big scandal right now with the COVID.
I'm staying out of politics.
I'm staying out of that,
Stay out of
guys.
politics,
But
especially here.
he's not going to
We're
get past
guests. We have
first
no
base.
opinion.
Yeah. See, this will be a good argument, though. But I'm going to tell you why. Because the street beggar in America can walk right down the street to
Get
the
help.
Salvation Army, to the healing place,
help.
to St. Vincent de Paul. So many. Get help. Get a job. I mean, they're actually begging people, John, to work over there
Isn't that something?
in America.
Isn't that something?
They're basically doing everything but knocking on your damn door. Said, hey, come on to work.
What was the deal? Mel A, I don't see him on here today, said that they was giving you like $1,000 in New York to get the vaccine.
Yeah.
I'd jump right on that one.
Yeah. I jump right on
I'd
that.
for it here.
Yeah. But
Jump right
it's
on
just
that.
a whole other world over here. Yeah. You know, a lot of times, and you know, in America, you understand the rules over there. You know, a lot of times those guys over there are scamming.
Yes.
They're going to take that money and go buy something to drink with it. But again, once it leaves your hands, no big deal. But yeah, I can argue that one down with the wife. Yeah, because he can go right down the street and get a job, get food stamps, Section 8.
Section 8.
He's out here because he wants to be.
That's right.
There's no reason, you know, he's got mental problems. Over here, it's really poverty. It's absolute poverty.
People really go hungry here.
That's right. That's
no
what that
fault
means.
of their own.
That's what that means. That means they go at least 24 hours without something to eat. Try that, guys. That's why y'all watching me sitting back drinking beer, nacho. I know JH got something in his damn, what's them pots that you crock pot cooking now?
Oh, I like that.
Go 24 hours without eating if you can do that. That's my challenge. Instead of that old milk crate challenge, do a 24 hours without eating something challenge. Yeah, D's right. Stop being so damn thirsty, man. This place is going to open up.
But that's easy for me and you to say our thirsts have been quenched.
Yeah, but
he's
I'm
right.
telling them the truth.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's a magical place over here. It's not for you to spend $50,000, $20,000, $10,000.
I agree with
If
that.
you
I
don't get
won't.
one of these
I
shaky
won't.
banks over here.
I wouldn't. And that's something else. When you open up your bank here, Google the safe banks in the Philippines. They have a list of about 10 that is recommended that you don't get into. But I think like we do with PNB and BDO, I think they're okay.
Yeah, but you know, I think people don't understand how tough it is over here. Joe B said, "God, what was turning point?" I told you, I just got burnt out. I needed a break, Joe B. I got tired, but I'm gonna tell you what the turning point really came for me. It was a cold, blustery winter day in November or something. It was cold. And I'm sleeping in my bed, man. I got to get up, man. I got to go to Lexington, Kentucky. 80 miles one way, 160, to see two people, man. And I said, nah, I'm done. I was, by that time, Joe, I was burnt to a crisp. I said, it's about time for me. I got to do something different. I just got tired of chasing that money, man.
My turning point was I was living in near Gallatin, Tennessee. I worked with about 5 Panays. And I'd already lived in Mexico for 3 months. I came back. One of the Panays, I knew her for 5 years, and she was getting her American citizenship. She invited me to her party. So I go to her party, and there was about 15 Panays there. I went to their husbands. They were all old guys, and I'd say, hey, guys, how you doing? And smoking their cigarettes. We're okay. And I thought, well, hell, if these guys can get these things, what can I get?
Yeah.
I came for the women.
Now, Mr. Chin Checker says, if I'm married to a Filipino citizen, am I allowed to register my personal gun collection? Well, how would you get those guns over here to begin with?
Yeah, you can't.
How would you get them over here to register them?
If guns are that important to you, stay in the U.S.
KC says, how much could I expect to pay for rent and hold? Probably nothing, because you're probably not going to make it through the week.
Where's that?
Right here. You're probably going to put nothing. Holo salute.
I don't know where that's
Yeah, you'd have to dress up pretty good, like a Arab, look like a Muslim, and you know it's cheap there, but that's not a place you want to live. Okay, it's going to be very cheap. Mindanao's cheaper, in my experience, my living experience, than any other place. But then when you start going to places like Holo, Salou, man, look that place up, what it really looks like. While I've been here, they had a suicide bomber that blew up and killed some police and stuff. Man, you don't want to go there, man. Get that out of your mind. Don't even play with that. Hey, Adam L. He said, hey, guys, been a while.
Hey, Adam. Yeah, it has been a while. Good to hear from you.
Don't play with this Holo, Salou, Tawi, Bazilim. This is serious stuff, guys.
And why would you want to?
Every time I've been over here, every single time, there's always been problems there. Look it up if you don't believe me on YouTube anywhere, man. They had some serious fighting, man, between, this is in Baziland. This is only like a 45-minute ferry ride from Zamboanga.
Really? The
military and the Abu Sayyaf. I'm talking about house-to-house street fighting, man. You don't want to go over there. I mean, you know, y'all guys, man, you know, well, go on if you want to. I try to warn you. The United States government warns you, but I'm boots on the ground. I'm warning you, don't play games with that area over there. That's something, you know, there's bad guys in Zamboanga. Okay, but you'll get away with it because there's so many people you can blend in. They're not really going to mess with you like they would. You're not going to stick out like you would in Holo, Salou, and all those places. But, man, don't play games like that. You can if you want to. Yeah, Paul, this is where John's from.
I'm from Appalachia. And I tell you, though, I grew up in the 60s before all the social programs were really going, but I've never seen poverty like I see poverty now. My dad was a coal miner.
Yeah, because there's no safety nets.
Yeah, here, none.
Yeah, there's been safety nets over there for a long time, but not as many as there is now. But, you know, but remember, it was a community then like it is over here.
And the families did combine and help each other out back then, yes. But like I say, Paul, I have not seen poverty like I've seen here.
Yeah.
There's my son, John. Hi, son. Good to see. I gave you a shout out earlier. Good to see you.
They don't see how serious, Mike, this is over here with this when I'm talking about Holo, Salou, Marawi. Go look at that Marawi, man. Do you think these people over here is playing? They're not. You go into the wrong area if you want to. How much you think your rent will be in Marawi? They probably pay you to stay there. It's serious, man. Don't play with that stuff over here, guys. You know, I know it sounds cute. Hey, how much is my rent in Holo? Yeah, probably you wouldn't last a day over there. Yeah, Sammy Davis said Todd Effort said Penglai is basically a resort area, high-priced food and rooms. You like diving, it's a great place. Very flat, sits right on the beach. Many tourists from all over the world, yeah. One of my favorite places. I love it. One of the first places I ever went when I came to the Philippines. Had just a tremendous time. We extended a week, as a matter of fact. But yeah, it's a tourist area, and they're going to every 5 steps. They're going to be selling tours. It's going to drive you crazy. You never get used to that. You never get used to it. It bugs you to death. They'll see you tell the other guy no, but they don't mind. They're going to Chocolate Hills, ma'am. Island hopping, sir. You know.
They attack you,
It's their job, but it gets old in Penglai really, really quick. Is this John?
That's
is this
my
your
son.
Hey, thanks, John W. Is that John Wells?
Yeah.
The third?
Yeah, we all got the same names.
Yeah.
Kind of like George Foreman and his
I
kids.
appreciate it, man.
No, that's $20,000, land and everything. That's a pretty nice house for $20,000.
Yeah, you're not going to get much over there. Roy Jones said only nets there are fish nets and fishing nets. Yeah.
And that's something else. The women don't wear hose here. They don't have to. Their legs look gorgeous. They don't even have to shave their legs.
But some of them have to if they work behind like a cashier.
Yes, they have to put some makeup on too.
Yeah, in that. That's part of the
job.
The job description.
And you see the job ads here. It'll say nobody over this age.
Yeah,
you must be a
yeah,
female.
yeah,
this
yeah.
and that.
It's cringy. I said that the other day.
Yeah,
you could never get away with that in the
No.
West. In America, they would sue your ass.
Yeah, they'd shut
They'd shut you down.
They'd shut you down.
Quiet Storms, Vereen says, how's Bacala? I like Bacala, but it's it's an urban city.
I've never lived there. I don't like big cities. So, I mean, if you were 20 kilometers or 10 miles out, it'd probably be great because you can get a lot of stuff there.
We're on our live stream. Eric, call me back. Yeah, but I like it because every now and then when I get an itch to go to the big city, I ride the bus down there and go to the SM Mall, the Ayala Mall, because I like the city. I grew up in the city, and every now and then I'll get an itch, and I just get on the bus. It's only like a 2-hour ride and go down there. I've fallen in love with Bacala because I used to just only transit through Bacala. I never stayed there. Remember that hotel you turned me on to?
Oh, yeah, Circle Inn.
Oh, my God.
That's nice.
For $30?
I know. The pool is gorgeous. The food there is great. Now, the food is expensive there, but it's good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Good food there. And I found out by accident.
Yeah, see, Philip Cooper, and he would probably know. He seems like a gun man.
He knows.
He said, no chin check. All farms must be registered for a Filipino owner in the Philippines. You cannot transport an unregistered farm.
Get that out of your head.
Yeah, get that out of your head. But
and a lot of guys say, well, I'll buy a firearm. Somebody breaks in, I'll shoot him and say my wife did it. I don't think it's going to work out well for you.
No, it ain't going to work. I mean,
keep a baseball bat
these
beside
police
your
over here
bed.
are not the Keystone Cops.
No.
I mean, they get, training and stuff from the U.S. and all of that.
Nah. Thank you, Daryl. And we appreciate you, Daryl.
Daryl Fulmore said, if you know what's good for you, best listen to Brother Calvin John. My wife's saying they sharing the truth. We're sharing our truth, Daryl. You know you've been over here. Your wife's from here, man. You know that when we tell you don't go around them areas, man, don't do it. I mean, that ain't nothing to play with.
I mean, the U.S. government says don't go to Mindanao, period. Now, I was in northern Mindanao, Butuan City. I felt safer, but I wouldn't go south.
Iskandar said be on the milk carton. Yeah, you be on the milk carton.
Yeah.
Best around over there. You wouldn't last a day. The minute they suck, man, that's their headquarters.
Wow, yeah.
The government don't even be going over there bothering them people. They just said, hey, you can have that area over there. Donald Wigginton said, yes, the women change when they come to America. It happens with other women from other countries.
It probably does.
Go to America as well. Yeah, America, man, I'm going to tell you, it's going to turn you out. You would be a good one to stay the same over there, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Did you pay? Oh, wait, I might have 25 pesos on me, John, for that. I do.
Yeah, there you
We
go.
ain't got to bother nobody. Hell, Americans can't even handle America, and let alone, imagine coming from here. All right, now you go to America, you lose your job, they give you unemployment, insurance, which, by the way, is not free. They take it out of your check, but they're not used to stuff like that over here. I'm going to tell you something as simple as the coupon game in America. The Filipinos have taken it and made a business out of it, guys. I'm talking about they can't believe that you can get, a buy one, take one. And they manipulate these coupons so much that my wife used to go to the store and the cashiers would get mad because she'd get all this free stuff. And they think she was doing something illegal, but it's not. The stuff we used to do as Americans, we don't do anymore. But the Filipinos and the Africans and Vietnamese and all that, they come over there. They picked up where we left off, man. And they're not used to that.
Thank you, Daryl.
Hey, Daryl, thanks for that super sticker. Imagine that, food stamps.
Free food.
Free food stamps. Right now, to this day, my wife buys food stamps from somebody over in America.
Probably pennies on
the same, no, not pennies, but 50 cents on the dollar. Same people we were buying them from. See, I put her up on that game, and she still does it now. They, imagine that. You're going to get you're gonna do what? It's usually the opposite.
Okay.
Uh,
After that.
Frank Tate said, "Have you ever heard of any black people being kidnapped in the South?" No, but I've heard them being killed.
Well, that's,
You know, I'd rather be
that's just as
kidnapped.
bad.
Yeah, I'd rather be kidnapped.
Well, maybe.
But it's because we don't go there. We don't go there unless we're in the military, Frank. Remember, you don't have to tell us twice. Look, I don't give a damn how much you like to watch birds. I don't know any black bird watchers. You John?
I don't know any white ones. If you want to know the truth, I don't know any bird watchers.
But I'm just saying, why else would you want to go down there? You know, unless you own the Hajj or something like that, because they have that like that down there. That's where majority of the Muslim population is there. So if you're a Muslim, you're not gonna have a problem down there. But if you're going down there as a tourist, you ain't got no business over that.
He's got one here. Can you talk about the funerals in the Philippines? I've only been to one. They show the person in the house, and it was definitely something different. The wife of the man that was dead was sitting on the floor, and she kept crying. And everybody go up and comfort her. And they only let so many people in the house at a time, so you had to wait your turn. The mayor came of a very small Valley Hermosa, and she had 3 bodyguards with her. And I thought that was something. I mean, they probably only have 20,000 people. No, I probably only got 10,000 people in that town. But she had 3 bodyguards with her. So,
but it just reminds me of when I was little. It's no different. When my auntie died, I was like 6 years old. They had her wait in her house.
And that's what this was.
And people lined up down the street because she was an insurance agent and she was a nurse. She was real popular. But I remember that. I remember getting up there and looking down on her casket. But that's what they do. They have a ritual where they keep the body in the house for 7 days. And they'll come and everything like that. And most of it's open casket.
Yep, this was open.
With the glass over it, of course. And then they'll walk down the street. Instead of driving cars like we do in America, a lot of times they walk behind the casket. But a lot of times they'll have, depending on how many people it is.
Now, they do have funeral homes here. There's one down there by Cut Dry.
And then they'll follow you to the grave. But a lot of these people, they're buried above ground in these tombs.
Yeah, so they rent them. That's my understanding. You have to pay rent, every year or every month?
Well, it's like in America where you have to pay for the ground.
You buy it. Here, though,
they got it here, too. He said, you do live chats every day. No, not every day. I do them, Cedric Evans. I do them, in the Philippines, it'll be Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. But me and John start doing, when people started relating to John, when I interviewed John, they said, hey, man, you ought to do this more often. So we do it on Friday, me and John. It's nothing else, man. y'all asked for it.
Yeah.
I know some bloggers here, they've gotten so popular. I think guys like Paul, Old Dog down there, I think that's basically what he does now. He don't make a whole lot of vlogs. The last blog I watched of his, it was a live. That's what he said. He doesn't do a lot of vlogs. He does more lives. It just depends. But no, we don't do them every day.
Adam L. asked about the internet. Mine was great. I got cheap internet, but about 6 months ago, it started getting very slow. I have to, in my mind, trace that to Axie. So many people playing Axie, but yours is fine, isn't it?
Yeah, man, it's fine. That's what I'm on now. Adam L. He said Cebu would be a great place. Yeah, but Dumaguete would be a great place. See, one thing, the Philippines internet has improved drastically. When I got here, they were on in 2009. Philippines was on 2G technology. Let that sink in. 2G technology when I first started coming over here. Okay. But now just about most places, unless you live in some remote province, you're not going to have any problem.
Valley Hermosa, 24 kilometers from here. People have a hard time getting a signal there, even on phones.
Yeah. See, people started liking John.
Well, thank you, Frank. I appreciate all the support you people have given me. Thank you very much.
I use Express, Daryl. He said, what's a good VPN to use? I use Express VPN in the Philippines. It helps me get access to my bank account and my Credit Karma, different ones. My small business administration account. It helps me because otherwise, if I'm just over here on the internet, it picks up my IP address. They won't allow me in. You can only access those sites in America.
Okay.
And I didn't know it, so I had to get me a VPN. Lynn says, John has always been cool.
Thank you, Lynn.
Yeah, JH, internet falls under infrastructure. Yeah, well, the Philippines has got 5G technology now. You know, but, you know, you big ballers like you and TJ, you know, y'all need a good infrastructure. You don't own the infrastructure I need, John. Hell,
I'm with you.
my woman's going to make my 2-star hotel 5-star hotel. I guarantee you that. My Wani's probably a good 3-star hotel on its best day. I guarantee you it's nice, man. It's nice for 1,600 pesos a day. And you get free breakfast. And the food
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
16, that's good.
And the food is unbelievably good. Got a nice, warm swimming pool. You know. Mr. Chin Checker. The Philippines hospitals honor health insurance from the U.S. such as Kaiser Southern Health. No. Now, that's one thing we always talk about. You're going to probably want a good policy that's accepted by these hospitals over here. Okay? Now, if you were in the service, if you go up north, Angeles City, along the pole, around that NCR area, I was told, now I don't have any experience with this, that they will take that TRICARE for life. It's the network there is growing and growing, but U.S. insurance is not accepted over here. Edwin Vega says, Calvin, have you been to Jensen? Absolutely. I like it. I really love it. I love Mindanao. See, that's really where I was living, guys. You know, once I moved from Cebu, I lived in Cebu 2 years. I went down south. And the more south you go, the cheaper it is, the better it is. Jensen is really nice. This is where I told you I stayed in the pension house. I mean, this is a nice pension house. Aircon, hot and cold air, cable, Wi-Fi, $10 a night. And I hope my wife is on here, still on here. She'll vouch for that. $10 a night, right around the corner from KCC Mall, as a matter of fact. But yeah, and then we went down and we stayed in about 45 minutes away. It's a place called Glen, Sarangani Province. It's the southernmost tip of the Philippines. Has one of the most beautiful beaches. They call it the Little Boracay, but hell, any white sand beach here, they call it the Little Boracay. But it was, we had the whole beach about a kilometer and a half stretch all by ourselves for one day. Hey, what's up, Sean? Show me, Scotty. Said, Calvin, what's up, St. Louis? I got some good memories of St. Louis, man. When I was rolling in my insurance business, I had a small insurance business, about 20 guys. Essence Healthcare was the major contract I had. They were stationed in St. Louis, Missouri.
I agree with that.
Don't make me roll out that says a good woman makes everything better. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Adam L. Thank you very much. I see Mr. Vega says, do you use Magic Jack or Google phone number? I need to look into that because I still have my U.S. phone. It's cost me $120 bucks a month. So
Mr. Vegas, I did. And see, that's another bone of contention that I had with my wife. We bought it over here with us. You know, it's good, but we paid $39 for the whole year.
Okay.
It's just like having a phone at home. You can call back to the United States. That's it. The $39 for the whole year. If you wouldn't get it cut back on from me. But thanks, Adam L., for that super chat. He said, how's the weather and temperature compared to Miami? It's about the same, except you don't get a break here.
It's hot year round, even in the cold months.
And we like that. But you don't get a break at all. I mean, you don't get no 50s and 60s here.
I said there's 2 seasons here, hot and hotter.
Yeah, you don't get like, every now and then. Let's see. BJ says, I am Uto.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that means like it's almost noon.
Oh, okay.
Well, it is right after noon. Yeah.
It's almost 12:30.
Mayorito, yeah. Pretty soon it's gonna be my own hapon. Yeah. Remy Reese says, really? What are you talking about? The weather?
Let's do AC Kings here. I can answer this one. No, because it's not in his name.
No, yeah.
It's not in his name. It's
Calvin,
his girlfriend's name.
Can your Filipino wife make any claims to your house if marital property like in the United States? No. Because see, first of all, our marriage is not even registered in the Philippines. If it was, I wouldn't have this problem. I'd have a 13A right now.
Yes.
I wouldn't even be worrying about a visa. But see, that's one of the reasons we didn't get married here. I wanted to give her freedom if she ever wanted it. I never thought we would, we had a good relationship, guys. I'm telling you. We were as close as you could possibly be. The contention was when that 4-year plan was up and we came over here after 6 months, she was like, no, I got to go back. But me, I wasn't going back.
JX says, isn't there a rainy season? Yes, there is. And it does. About this time of year, it does cool down some, but it only cools down like 4 or 5 degrees. I mean, we go between 82 and 90
year round. It's a rainy season, but only Monday and Tuesday this week did it rain all day. Normally it don't.
Well, and 2 years ago it was dry the whole rainy season.
Yeah. But yeah, Jay, even if it rains, remember John said, was that last Friday when it was raining? I showed him the rain. And because I was worried, I was like, man, we probably ain't gonna get to play tennis.
And it
was dry within an hour, man. It's hot over here.
Bravo 29. How do you say good morning in the Philippines? This is my hillbilly accent. My young buntag.
Yeah, my young buntag.
They always laugh when I say it, so I say
Joseph
it wrong.
T says, you're one of the hard-headed types addicted to all the freedoms, liberties, etc. of the U.S. And stay in the U.S. When you come to PI, you will abide or you will pay the price. Yeah.
But I feel I have more freedom here.
I do too, because there's nothing expected of you.
And they're not on you all the time.
Yeah, you don't pay rent. I mean, you don't pay taxes. You don't vote.
Even when I drive here, we never see a traffic cop.
I asked John the other day. I said, hey, John, have you ever seen anybody pulled over for DUI? Nothing like that. They only have checkpoints. They're looking for drugs and they're looking for terrorists.
Or because of COVID, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and Kente said the likes are looking low today. I don't know why, man. Hit the thumbs up, guys. Y'all know it helps us. Michael McFarland, wow, he's on Lady. He said, raining here on Lady. Where are you in Lady, Michael? Because I got some friends in Ormond. Where were you in Lady?
I was on the other side.
What was the name of it?
On the east side, Sabang Beach, and there's 2 Sabang beaches, but that's where I was. And I can't pronounce the name of another town that was close. About 6 hours south of Toblacan. How do you say it?
Tacloban. Yeah. Mr. Vega said, Magandang Buhay. Good life. Yeah, they got a Magandang Umaga. I think that means good morning. I know very little Tagalog.
Frank Tate says, I feel safer in the Philippines than the U.S., so do I.
Yeah, I do too. That's a good statement, Frank. You're exactly right.
He's in Sogod.
Sogod, yeah.
Now that's where Sogod, I had to go there. It was so remote where I was, we'd have to go there to get a rice cooker, or I bought a TV in Sogod. So
you didn't live too far from there?
No, I'm thinking it took maybe 2 hours to get there.
Wow.
Well, but if you could fly without the bad roads, you'd probably be there in 40 minutes.
Well, don't talk about that, because now Jay's going to come up.
Infrastructure.
Yeah, that.
Well, I tell you, we're hammering on Jay today.
Yeah, infrastructure. You know good and well these men ain't coming over for the damn infrastructure.
I actually like the remoteness in Southern Lady. Would I want to live there forever? Probably not, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Google Voice is $10 a month.
All right, man, that's better than 140.
Yeah, but you got to realize Magic Jack is $39 for the whole year.
So it's a lot cheaper. That is $120 a year.
And you can receive text messages. You can receive text messages with Magic Jack.
Now, I do Wi-Fi calling only. Now, the phones here in the Philippines you buy, you don't have that option. And my phone is from the U.S.
Remy Reese says, why are you deleting, man? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, John?
I don't know. I haven't seen anybody delete anybody.
Yeah, me either, yeah.
We haven't. I don't even think I had any trolls on here today.
Well, we had one guy ask me how many kids I had, and he said, "Damn, you got a lot of kids." Well, ain't that many, believe me, man. When we were growing up, man, 7 kids was like, "Is that all y'all got in your family?" We had 9.
I'm from the
A
hills.
good
same
friend of
thing.
mine, I'm talking about the Prices, they had 17. There was the Glens and the Prices. I think the mother was married twice, but there was 17. They had like 3 or 4 sets of twins. Man, that's nothing. You know.
Well, that's a small family here.
Gregory Calhoun said, "I love the United States, my country. I know a Filipino would love it over here in the United States." I love America. I'm proud to be an American. I put my life on the line for 4 years. I served my country. But there's a whole lot of life out here other than America. We're 4% of the Earth's population, but we try to control 100% of the narrative like that's the only nice place to live. I'm sorry, Gregory. I love America too, but America don't love me. Okay? Now that's a different thing. All right? And yeah, he says, I know, yeah, your Philippines going to love it over there. You don't think she will? You come over here and you get raised in the Philippines and then let them take you to Wonderland, which is America over there.
I was telling Bill's wife that they're talking about going there, and I said, McDonald's don't have rice. She goes, where am I going to get my rice? I said, oh, you're going to have a hard time getting it.
She's going to have to adjust. And he's not, your wife's going to love it, but are you going to like your Filipino after a while when she puts on 50 or 60 pounds? And don't come to me with that, oh, the beauty's in the eyes of the behold, it's on the inside that counts. And come on, it's not going to work, guys.
Retired 2019, Calvin and John, would you ever move back to the U.S.? Sure, I would. If things go sour here, you got to go somewhere.
Well, I'm on record as saying I'm going back to visit. I would never, ever live in America again. Look, I say this, and I'm going to say it every time I can. I've been there for 55 years. I paid taxes, even to this day.
I do too.
I've worked for America for 58 years. It's time for America to work for me. I'm going to use the clout that I've got as American to work for me now. Okay? It's not about that, see, loyalty don't pay the bills. Okay? It's a lot of loyal MFs in the grave right now with that old loyal stuff, man. Yeah, I put my life on the line for America, but I never lived there again.
I could see myself after I get Medicare, if my health would go down and I wanted to live so bad to go back for medical care. I will never. Well, I will never say never. Listen.
Well, I'm going to never say I will. I'm going to never say I will never live there. Getting health care is different.
Yeah,
you're there for your treatment. Once you get well, I'm out of there.
That's probably what I would
paid for that my whole life. It's not like they're giving me. See, the problem I got over there, they think that the government's giving you everything. Damn it, that's what my taxes is for. What are we supposed to do with the taxes, guys? Let the government just stack them up and don't use them. The minute we help somebody over there, John, people got a problem with that. That's what I don't like over there. We was looking at some of the headlines today.
Yes,
Wasn't it comical?
Yes, it were.
Now they're getting ready to take, imagine this, they're getting ready to take, they're fighting to have David Chappelle. David Chappelle now is a comedian, by the way. His show off of Netflix because he's telling jokes about transgender people. Man, y'all ought to quit over there, man. That's why
what was one of the headlines? Joan Collins' 88-year-old legs look great. I saw one up here. Johnny, you're going to stay in this area. My plan in the beginning was to come to San Carlos for probably about 6 months, maybe a year, and move in different places in the Philippines and see where I would want to settle down and stay. But COVID came, so my plan is still to move around.
I'm trying to think, is this her boyfriend or something, this Remy Reese? Are you my ex-wife's boyfriend or something? You don't know what you're talking about. Let me set the record straight before I get rid of you. My wife that I married was my mistress, okay? And she knew that. She already knows me, okay? You sorry bastard, you. I don't care. I don't put up with that stuff. Let me tell you the nitty gritty. She was my mistress, and she knew it. I've always had different women dealing with her, okay? It was only when I married her that I stopped all of that. I cut all that out. I changed into the Calvin I am today. Ain't no I cheated first. She knew the minute she turned around and went back to America, I wasn't going to be by myself. All right, now let's get real about this, okay? Sorry, Remy Reese. Take that and you and her go in there and drink on whatever y'all drink on over there. Yeah, Herbert said, Calvin, you're right. Be a free thinker and make your own life. I am.
Yeah.
It's time for America to work for me, man. I'm going to use all the clout and everything as an American citizen to work for me. The good benefits I've accumulated. See? Okay. Then differences is with Google, what you can authenticate with your bank in the USA.
That'd be good.
He's a next pet. Absolutely. That's all he is. Making excuses, you drinking my warm milk. I mean my warm beer.
Spoiled milk.
Yeah, with spit in the bottom of it. As a matter of fact. Everything she's doing for you, I taught him. Remember that.
I'm glad to see Calvin getting upset with somebody besides me for a change.
I'm not really getting upset. He's got to be somebody like that with her. See, she'll do that. I told you that when the guy says, hey, you think your ex-wife is on here? I said, of course she is. And I believe, if she's on here, that goon that she's fooling around with, a truck driver of all that, you gave up somebody like me for a damn truck driver who probably can't even take you to the Philippines.
John is having fun. Yes, I am. But I have fun every day.
Oh, man. Oh, let's see. He says, how often do you guys see irrational jealousy amongst couples there? Well, Filipinos are jealous. They have a reputation for being jealous, and they're extremely jealous, man.
But do you get that with Marilyn? Be honest.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, have you? See, I don't get that with mine.
Well, she don't say it.
Well, and you may be right, but I've told her, let's just be honest. I said, hey, if I don't want you, I'm going to tell you I don't want you.
No, that's not what she's talking about. He's talking about jealousy.
I don't see that much out of mine. And maybe she hides it. I don't know.
I mean, but what are you doing, John? Are you out fooling around?
No.
Well, you wouldn't see it.
Well, that's right. We're together almost 24/7.
You with her, and then you see a woman. I've never seen you do that. Say, hey, look at her, Cal. She looks nice. Your girlfriend would have a fit.
Well, she might.
You did that.
I mean, I'll wave at people and talk to them.
Yeah, man, look. My son's mother, when I do this video, upload this video later, she was capable of being one of them women that would chop your nuts off. That's how jealous she was. They're all jealous. I've never been, now look, me and her been together for 2 years. She knows I'm never going back to my wife, okay? And, but if I bring up anything about my aunt, she gets upset. She's really jealous.
My girl will ask me about my exes, and I always tell her I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, because you know what
I know where it's going to go.
It's going to go to this.
You're right.
Yeah, it's going to go to that.
I tell her the past is the past.
Yeah, I deleted it. I'm going on, yeah. He said he probably doesn't have a passport.
No, but he's got leftovers.
Yeah,
good for him.
Yeah, good for him, yeah. A fat leftover at that. Because, let's be honest, I lost interest, believe it or not. I don't like fat women. All that all beauty's on the inside. It's what's on the inside that counts. Only fat people say that. And when they say
it's what's on the inside that counts.
And then only ugly people say looks don't count.
Looks don't count.
Yeah, looks don't count.
She'll cut off your Johnson now.
Well, John deals with this. I don't deal with this. I've never dealt with it. He says I've never seen it.
I got some the other day when I threw a fit over a woman opening up a used clothing store at my apartment complex, which is very small. But I don't mind Tampa. That's peace and quiet for me. I encourage it. And
I've never dealt with it because I won't deal with it. I already told them, look, I got the royal flush. I'm bringing everything to the table. You pour that, I'm going next door to the other lady, okay?
You can do that, too.
Bye.
I say I like peace and quiet.
And I mean it. He said, yeah, Calvin, the guys will. Because they will whip you. They'll try to whip you because they know that's their weapon, guys. And that's what usually happens. They're going to try to whip you. I mean, they're going to, and many of us coming from the West, we're sexually frustrated. I don't care what you say. If you're not sexually frustrated, why in the world would you come 8,000 miles to meet a woman for? A lot of men that come over here, they're sexually frustrated. They come over here, they get the tune up anytime they want it, how often they want it, wherever they want it. And next thing you know, they want you to be whipped. And if you ain't whipped, then she ain't got a leg to stand on then. See? Because that's her plan. That's her game plan. I'm going to whip him. And that way,
Make him
whatever I do, whatever I want, he's going to co-sign it. You know, whatever I want to do, he's going to be there. Yeah, see. Calvin, they don't understand the difference in women from the U.S. The shit you don't have to deal with in PI. Tell them,
it's true.
It's true.
It's nice here. I
don't put up with it. You know.
Like I say, I encourage it.
Yeah. Iskandar, he said that weak fools on here like that can't even help her pay a bill. Yeah, that's what I don't understand. When my wife was telling me that, I was like, well, where's this?
There you go. That's a good point.
Where's this Mr. Fabulous? That's what I call him. Mr. Fabulous. Now, where is he? You asking me, for $800, by the way, that's her rent over there.
How's she going to place that cheap in Louisville?
$800 for a 1-bedroom in Iroquois?
I thought that was higher.
No, that's high for a 1-bedroom there. And I'm thinking to myself, where's Mr. Fabulous? You gonna tell me that he can't even pay your rent for you? I don't blame him. You the damn fool, not him. He's getting away with murder. Yeah, he said, Mr. C says, I'm happy Calvin doesn't tolerate. I've heard women there use it to control men. If you cut the relationship off, they would still blame everything on you with their victim mentality. I just don't put up with it. And I tell them that from the minute we meet. Look, don't ever do that Tampo stuff on me. I'm gone.
But with the Tampo, you still get all the benefits of having
Yeah. You still get all the benefits.
Only you don't have to listen to them.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like it.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze. He said, I need to change my name to Mr. Fabulous. Well, that's what I call him. Yeah. He says, Paul even says, like you said, my brother, you are the prize. Men have to always remember that, but we don't, because they want to whip us, and that's their weapon. And that's how she wins with that pair of deuces. Where y'all going? You taking her to the...
No, she's taking her.
Oh, okay. That's how she wins with a pair of deuces and a jack. How else is a woman gonna win with a pair of deuces and a jack, John?
Only if
and
you let them.
Got a royal flush.
Only if you let them.
Only if you let them. She'll bluff you. You lay your hand down like there's a higher hand that can beat you. You got the highest hand. The best you can do is tie, right?
Yep.
But yeah, you can ask my girl. She's right here. She knows I don't play that Tampo stuff. Well, she's not like that, though. She don't do that.
And out of 2.5 years, I've only had Tampo, I think, twice.
This is D. Gordon said, rank out 800 can't even get you a bathroom break in New York City. Yeah,
really.
But, I'm in Kentucky, man, and that's one thing about living in Kentucky. See?
What in the world's Tampo? It's a silent treatment. But they'll still cook for you, wash your clothes, everything else.
Yeah. The tune up and the oil change and lube job, you still get that. But they're just angry.
Uh-oh, Calvin's getting a look.
No, she's smiling.
I don't know. You're getting a look.
No, she's smiling because you still, get all of that. But I wouldn't know. L-Dog said my wife was jealous like that. I guess the Philippines all for me. No. It's just that, look, guys, when you come over here, you're such your treasure. It's like
you're the prize.
If you have a lottery ticket and somebody tries to grab the winning lottery ticket from you, you're going to do everything you possibly can to hold on to it. That's the type of jealousy I'm talking about.
Well, what I Love Leachon said that I hit the jackpot with my wife. I told her that, and she goes, yeah, but I hit the lottery with you.
Yeah, and they're not playing.
Tampo is fun, Mr. Chip. I don't mind it.
Yeah, he said Mr. Chips at Tampa is fun. Yeah. Well, at least you can go out
Yeah, you can do whatever
and with
you
the
want.
guys. That'd be
Yeah, you do.
time to go out with the guys, John. I go out, if you really want to do something crazy. Because Filipinos are like this, okay? If you go out somewhere and they know you've been gone for a while, that's the first thing they want to do is jump in the bed to see, and then they'll time you. They say, yeah, he normally comes at, in 3 minutes. But yeah, you've been on me for 10 minutes. What's going on? You've been with another woman, they'll say. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I do.
Oh,
He
I
said,
do.
Calvin, do you think women
I
are
think
like
mine
that?
is.
Yeah, I do.
I think he's
I've
got one.
I've never had one that wasn't.
Well, it's too much for them to risk.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, well, why would you want to risk that? Would you say, okay, would you change lottery ticket? This guy says, hey, I got a winning lottery ticket over here. You know you got the
and I got one, but you don't know if it's a
you
winner
don't know
or
if
not.
it's a winner or not. No. Let's see what it says. Mr. Chip said, ask her really dumb questions like, is it okay to invite that sexy girl from down the street over?
Well, that won't work.
No, that ain't going to work.
Thank you, Jeff.
Hey, thanks, Jeff, for that super chat. Thank you guys for great content. You tell the truth, brother. I truly appreciate it. Yeah, that's all we doing, man. So when y'all get over here, first of all, I don't want to be responsible for any of you guys coming all the way over here thinking you can get into the Philippines right now with a marriage certificate.
Yeah.
Whoever's putting that information out there, man, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. It's not true. And they keep trotting this Michael guy out there. Every channel's got him on there. This little old-looking guy who claimed he beat the system,
Well,
and
we know three that didn't.
Yeah, we know 3 that didn't. Now we know 1 that did. Which we going?
If he did.
And he's got this little sad-looking guy, and he's on there. And
oh, Dexter, thank you, buddy.
yeah, thanks for that super sticker, Dexter. And it's like, he's got this little, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm not going to jump through hoops for that woman anyway. The woman that's in the background, by the way. Y'all seen that video. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, now if you try 10 mics out here, then I'm going to buy it. But the Philippines is not stupid, man. You come over here, they're going to send your ass home.
Joe B saying, I'm a little slow. What is Tampa? It's a silent treatment.
Now, this is a guy who's with his Filipino now. He's telling the truth. He said they are jealous regardless of how much time you spend with them. I tried to get a housekeeper and he got shot down quickly. Yeah.
Now you saved yourself some money.
Yeah, the only reason this one's here because the mother referred her and Booby's kicking her butt. Booby's kicking our behind. I'm too old.
Oh, okay.
And her.
I thought you meant her.
No,
She's
her.
young.
She can't handle Booby. And that's the only reason why she's welcoming in her housekeeper. Because Booby can give her fits, man, trying to keep up with a 1-year-old baby. And that's a fact. Oh, my God. He said, Calvin, I'm curious what a $1,000 per month apartment would get me. You mean a $1,000
peso?
Oh, my God. You'd be on the beach anywhere in the Philippines for $50,000 a month.
What was Cessa's place? It's awful nice, and
that's $30,000.
That's $30,000.
And you're paying $20,000 more than her.
That's only $600 a month.
Yeah, so you're paying $1,000, yeah. But you'd be on the beach anywhere in the Philippines.
You need a booby specialist for help.
Yeah, that's what we got. This girl, I'm gonna tell you, man, there's no way that my girlfriend, pre-Booby, before Booby was born and Booby's acting the way she acts, would let a 17-year-old housekeeper come in here. It's absolutely not. It's that bad. Booby's all over the place. But see, Jeffy said, not with a marriage certificate. You have to get approval from the Philippine Embassy. Yeah, in California or Washington, D.C. or Chicago, you need a visa. Yeah. Or the girl has to be with you. Your wife has to be with you. You can't just get in here like what they're telling, this online marriage stuff.
Now, when I was coming over here, of course, I knew nothing. I still don't know much. But the Philippines has an embassy. I believe it is in Atlanta. That was the closest one to me. I called them up, and they referred me to the website for Manila.
the main one really that they are in my area is Washington, D.C. Even though there's a Philippine consulate in Chicago
I remember
that will only, address certain things. If you want to renew your passport, my wife, I took her there to renew her passport, and stuff like that, okay? But in Washington, D.C., if you want to register your marriage over here for a lot of reasons, A.C. King said women know they have the antidote to the fever we men have, and they take advantage. I don't blame them for that. My advantage is the wallet. I'm going to take advantage of that. Absolutely. And that's what I always talk about, AC. Let's start talking about what we want, guys. We know what they want, okay? That's getting to be old news. We know what the Filipino wants. If you don't know what the Filipino wants, you don't need to be coming over here. It's time that we start talking about what we want, and then make sure you get it when you get here. Otherwise, what's the point?
And I say be open and honest right in the beginning.
You might as well stay at home. Because, all the time, talking about jealousy, all the time when I tell you, I say, my son's mother, my first son's mother over here, was one of the most beautiful women I ever seen. But she says, "Oh, she's ugly to me."
Imagine that.
Yeah, she's ugly. You foreigners think. She says, "You foreigners think all Filipinos are
beautiful."
Are beautiful.
Well, most of them are.
Yeah,
even the ugly ones.
But we don't think that way. Yeah, Mr. Vegas, I know what the Filipino
You'll do
wants.
well here.
We all know what she wants. That's old news. If you don't know, look at any of my videos. I'll probably tell you at least once on every video what she wants. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what do you want? See, that's what you need to know. Don't come over here stumbling and stammering and all that. Yeah, Michael. This is right. Marriage certificate and 9A visa. Visa. It's so bad. This happened. 3 foreigners they turned away. That the head of the Bureau of Immigration had to come out. It's in the news right now, guys, with this memo, this news, this flash. It says, "Hey, foreigners, you can't get over here. We just turned 3 of them back. Trying to get over here." One guy shows up, the guy in California, by the way. Guess what he said? I've got a fiance here. Like they're supposed to feel sorry for him. I went, is that it? Come on in.
They got people starving to death here. You think they really care about your fiance?
Yeah. And I'm sorry, John. Come on in since you got a Filipino here. Guys, come on. And then the one guy from Germany said he didn't know that he needed a visa to get into the
Doesn't matter.
They're not going to fall for that, guys. I promise you that. They do everything by the book over here, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Dot your I's and cross your T's. If you don't, you're going to have a problem over here. John, what happened to you? What's your name?
My birth certificate and my passport and my U.S. driver's license and everything else has a different name. It's only 2 letters. What a problem. It made a big old deal.
Yeah.
A big old deal.
Yeah.
JH says, John got the whip ready. Well, my wife was kind of gung-ho on going to the U.S., but I told her that in the U.S., men were allowed to beat their wives. She wants no part of the U.S. now. I told her I was kidding, but she still don't believe me.
Earl Till says, I want yummy at my command. And you're going to get that,
that's
see?
not a problem.
But you got to want that. And you got to tell her you want that.
Be open and honest right in the beginning. Get it all out there.
I get porno sex anytime I want. And I ain't talking about just a mission. Anything I want, any way I want it, I get that. And it's been with every relationship. Because I tell them up front that's what I want. And if you don't want to do that, then okay. I tell them before I even get there, look, I've got a high sex drive. You can't deal with that. You don't want to deal with me. Okay? But you guys, a lot of y'all are scared because you're not used to doing that over there. Well, you got to get some balls, some testicular fortitude before you get off that plane, John. Rams and Dodgers fans say they want us because we're so handsome they can't
That's
resist
what they tell us every
out.
day. They tell us that every day.
Yeah, if you can believe that. All these nice-looking Filipino men over here, if they want a nice-looking man,
but they don't have jobs or nothing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They don't want you because you're something special.
I agree.
And you look good. Like I said, I'm a bobblehead. The guy said, Calvin, you look like a bobblehead, and John looks like a candy cane. How can y'all get women over there? Well, we just do.
We do.
Oh, man, it's crazy. Paul Abrams says, I called the embassy last week in D.C. and they said the Philippines are not open and to try later. Yeah, unless you got a valid visa. A 9A is a valid visa. Iskandari TV is here on a 9A. He's got a wife and children here.
I don't know that much about the different visas. Always have a headache.
Yeah, what is it?
Harold.
Okay. American women. Yeah, always have a headache. No, ain't no headaches over here, buddy.
Well, my ex would only get a headache about once a month, but it lasted about 30 days.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, I don't know, man. I tell you, you just get spoiled over here. And that's why I say that I'll never live in America again, because for 12 years straight, guys, I've never had a night off unless I wanted to take a night off, or else, I just forgot or something like that. I don't do very well in that category, man. If I'm not getting it on a regular basis, man, I'll never go back over. They play too many games over there for that, for me. Now, if I'm 80 years old, John, maybe I ain't gonna never say never. Maybe when I'm 80,
I'll never say never. You don't know.
And I may be playing in a wheelchair basketball league or something like that. Maybe I'll go to America. Hey, Glenn Robinson said, no, Calvin, you can't tell an American black woman that you have a high sex drive. Yeah, they'll have your ass locked up.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze like that once a month, but it lasted 30 days.
Yeah. But yeah, he said, yeah, Calvin, American women are blowing it. Lots would die alone. Yeah.
But they don't care.
They don't care. It's like they want us to change something that's innate in us, John, that was put there when we were born. I'm a hunter. I'm going to go out there and imagine if we didn't think about sex every 5 seconds or whatever it is. We think about 3 times a minute or something.
Something like
that. What
if
we didn't do that? How would the world populate?
But I'll tell you what, my life would have been so much better. Every mistake I've made has usually been involved a woman.
Yeah. And living with any woman is difficult. So why not make it as easy as possible? Make the difficulty easy.
I agree with that.
It's going to be difficult, but make it be as easy as possible. If I got to deal with you, I want the easy, softer way now, John. I don't want.
There's nothing wrong with that. I agree.
No matter, like you said, no matter how mad your girlfriend is, if you go in there and take off all your clothes and lay in the bed, here she comes, taking off all her clothes and getting in the bed. I say, well, hold on first. Put your clothes back on and go in there and cook me something to eat. Okay.
Well, she'll do it. Yeah.
She'll do it. And it doesn't mean that they're less than. It just means that we've got an agreement. Frank God says, if you want to remember how women are in America, just go on YouTube. Yeah. It's all there as a reminder.
Oh, it's burned into my memory. I don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah, Harold Teal said he got tired of them. Well, you're in my, Harold Teal, you got to realize you're in my Hall of Fame anyhow. For spending $20,000.
I still don't know how he did that.
He said on oil changes and lube jobs.
My goodness.
That's no wonder why you got tired.
I bet.
Yeah. I tell you, I'm going to have to put you, Butch Helton, in my Hall of Fame on the other side. He married 3 American women. Wow.
Those 2.
Oh, my God. One was enough for me. Even though I've been married twice, One American woman was enough for me. Now can you never say never with that?
No.
Will you marry right?
Never say never.
You'll marry an American woman.
I doubt
That's
it.
already been married for 10 years to
I
some
doubt
other
it.
man, and he done screwed
I doubt
over.
I
And
doubt
now here she comes with all this baggage
I
on,
hate to
walking
say
in
never,
your
but
house.
I will say
You
never.
better
to
say
that.
never to that, John. I'll be disappointed in you, man.
Do you remember the guy that we had coffee with that went to his wedding? That was his. He was married 5 times before.
Oh my God!
Talk about in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but how many was American though?
I don't know. That I don't know.
That,
5 times.
he says if only this was more widely taught and spoken in more churches other than the Sunshine Shoulder Church. With ministers. Yeah, because people they think this stuff, but they
I'm
won't
not a
say
choir
it.
boy, am I?
Yeah, but guys, I wouldn't want.
Hell, it's 1 o'clock already.
Yeah, we're getting ready to get off here, guys.
Thanks for everything, guys.
Thanks all the super chats,
Yep.
all the super stickers. Because I got to do my spin wheel. I didn't even do it. I got to do it. I forgot to do it. And I'll do it again tonight at 8. All your super chats, all your super stickers, all
Thanks
your
for
support.
everything.
Still
This is
264 people on
This
there.
is
Yeah, we
fun.
could go on for another 2 hours. Because that's all we're doing, man.
I mean, what do I get to look forward to? Go home to a lube change?
Yeah.
Life is hell.
A lube job.
A lube
John. You know
job.
what that is.
Life is hell.
Because remember the guy said, ain't no jobs in the Philippines. And what you say? There's plenty of jobs over here.
That was good.
That was a good one. But yeah, guys, we really appreciate it. Okay, let's put on the Sunshine Shoulder, Moonshine Shoulder theme song. Now, remember, we've got another guy that's going to send me a version, and we're going to let you guys vote. We're going to let you guys vote on it to see which one do y'all want to play. Well, now my phone won't. See how this phone won't do anything? This new, there it is. It's this new front.
Oh, the glass might be too thick or something?
Well, no, you got to connect the wires and stuff. I don't think he knew.
Got it short.
I don't think he knew what he was doing. There.
Well, that was great that
Yeah,
Gail
yeah.
stopped by today. I think everybody enjoyed seeing her.
Yeah.
I did.
Moonshine shoulders, moonshine, sunshine shoulders, sunshine, boots on the ground, the real integrity. Moonshine shoulders, moonshine, sunshine shoulders, sunshine, boots on the ground, the real integrity. Moonshine shoulders, moonshine, sunshine shoulders, sunshine, boots on the ground, the real integrity. Moonshine shoulders, moonshine, sunshine shoulders. Sunshine, boots on the ground, the real integrity. Moonshine shoulders, sunshine shoulders. Sunshine, boots on the ground, the real integrity. Boots on the ground, the real integrity. Boots on the ground, the real integrity. Boots on the ground, the real.
Goodbye, all.